Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone, wherever you're at in the world. Welcome to Last Raps Baseball's live commentary of the Nippon Professional Baseball League. Today, we are bringing you from Chiba, the Chiba Lotte Marines, and the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. We provide a live English commentary on the games and hope that English-speaking audiences around the globe on YouTube and Twitch can enjoy the games along with us. It is going to be the third game of the three-game set, and the Chiba Lotte Marines are looking to complete the series sweep. They won the first game of the Friday game in Japan time against the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles 6-4. Teiran Guerrero picked up the win in relief, and it was Naoya Masuda picked up his 18th save of the season as they knocked off the Eagles 6-4. Last night, it was a 1-0 ball game until late when the Marines were able to successfully execute a suicide squeeze to tie the game at 1, and they went on to a 3-1 victory over the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles to take a 2-0 lead in this series. Tonight, it is a battle between Manabu Mima for the Chiba Lotte Marines and Takahisa Hayakawa, and they are going to be going head-to-head against one another. So the starting lineups, and we'll begin with the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. Batting first in left field, wearing number 6 is Haruki Nishikawa. Batting second and playing shortstop, wearing number 0 is Hiroto Kobakata. Hitting third at second base, wearing number 3 is Hideto Asamura. And the cleanup spot and doing the designated hitting is number 35, Hiroki Shimauchi. Batting fifth and playing first base, wearing number 33 is Genji. Batting sixth and playing third base, wearing number 7 is Daichi Suzuki. Batting seventh in right field, wearing number 27 is Takiro Okajima. Batting eighth and doing the catching, wearing number 2 is Hikari Oda. And batting ninth and playing in center field, wearing number 50 is Atsuki Muto. And they are going to be facing the right-hander Manabu Mima, who takes to the hill. Mima is 4-4 on the season. He's worked 57 2/3 innings. He has allowed 55 hits, 23 runs, all earned. He's walked 15 and struck out 44, and he's pitched to an ERA of 3.59. And now the starting lineup for the home team from Chiba. Leading off and playing in left field, wearing number 0 is Takashi Ojino. Batting second in center field, wearing number 38 is Akito Takabe. Batting third at second base, wearing number 8 is Shogo Nakamura. In the cleanup spot and playing third base, wearing number 5 is Hisanori Yasuda. Batting sixth and playing first base, wearing number 51 is Koki Yamaguchi. Batting sixth and doing the designated hitting tonight is number 54, Brandon Laird. Batting seventh and in right field, wearing number 25 is Hiromi Oka. Batting eighth and playing shortstop, wearing number 67 is Kenta Chetani. And batting ninth and doing the catching is number 2, Ko Matsukawa. And they are going to be facing the left-hander for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. It is going to be Takahisa Hayakawa. He brings a 4-5 record to the table. He's worked 70 1/3 innings. He's allowed 65 hits, 24 runs, 23 earned. He's walked 14 and struck out 57. And he has a 2.94 ERA. Those are your starting lineups, and we're ready to get this one underway as Mima has completed his warm-up tosses. And it is going to be the left-handed hitting left fielder Haruki Nishikawa to lead it off. And the first pitch of the ball game is a fastball taken for a called strike. And the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Nishikawa. It is going to be an interesting ball game here today as the Marines are looking to take care of this one. It's going to be turning into cloud here. The temperature is 87 degrees Fahrenheit. The wind is blowing from the west-southwest at 11 miles per hour. And here comes Mima with the delivery. It is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-1. They say that the cloud is moving in. And as the cloud moves in today, it'll be bringing in thunderstorms potentially maybe later today or even tomorrow, as they will be in the area. There's a fastball swung on. It is popped up in the infield. Camping out underneath it is the shortstop Chitani. He makes the catch, and that is going to retire Nishikawa for the first out of the inning on a pop out to the shortstop. So 1 up and 1 away, and that is going to bring up Hiroto Kobukata. Kobukata had himself a ball game last night as he was able to be the instant offense that the Eagles needed. Kobukata in last night's ball game was 3 for 4. He also had a stolen base, but even though he set the table for the rest of the order, nobody was able to cash him in. And here comes the first offering from Miba. It's a fastball ticket for a called strike. And the count is quickly 0-1. For Kobukata on the season, he's batting .267. He's got no homers and 10 RBIs. And there's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. And now the count is 0-2 to Kobukata. Kobukata is getting the nod at shortstop. We saw him earlier in the year get an opportunity to play some center field. There is a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count now goes to 1-2. So they had him moved around a little bit. He did spend some time injured as he hurt himself when he was sliding into the bag at first base to avoid a tag. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is now 2-2. Not sure if it was a jammed wrist or if it was a broken bone in the hand that put him out for a lengthy period of time. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Kobukata. The right-hander Mima ready to go back to work. He gets the sign from his catcher. He comes set at the belt. And now he kicks and fires. It is a fastball swung on. It is lined over to the shortstop. And there's a nice catch by Chitani to retire Kobukata for the second out of the inning. A soft line drive. But he has gone for out number 2. And that is going to bring up the second baseman, Hideto Asamura. For Asamura on the season, he's batting .259. He is the big run producer in the middle of the lineup here, or the early part of the lineup for the Golden Eagles. He's got 13 homers to go with 47 runs batted in. And the right-hander Mima kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on. It is grounded slowly over to third. Charging hard as Yasuda. He fields it. He throws to first, and it's not going to be in time. That is going to be an infield hit for Asamura, and he is aboard for the first runner of the ball game. So Asamura is aboard, and that is going to bring up the designated hitter Hiroki Shimochi tonight. Yasuda really had no chance at Asamura. Asamura does not run as well as he used to when he was younger. He was able to leg that one out, getting down the line at first base, but it was the depth at which Yasuda was playing that allowed that to take place. So Shimochi steps in and he takes a first pitch breaking ball inside for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. Shimochi hitting .273 on the season with 6 homers and 35 runs batted in. He waggles the bat. And now he's waiting on the offering from Mima. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball that misses low, and the count now goes to 2-0 on Shimochi. So 2 balls and no strikes. Our attendance is a little bit light tonight, but it makes me wonder if people are watching the UFC. If you are, hopefully you're watching us on delay, maybe even coming back in and being able to pick up the feature. We know that that was one of the big deals that was going on tonight. Here comes the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. This ball is lined into right field. It's going to be down for a base hit. And Shimochi is aboard with a single. Asamura is going to stop at second. So the Eagles have something brewing here with 2 out, as both of the hits have come with 2 out. And that's going to bring up the first baseman, Ginji. For Ginji on the season, he's batting .346. He's got no homers and 13 runs batted in. He steps up to the plate, hitting from the left side against the right-handed throwing Mima. Ginji off to a pretty good start so far this year. Getting a chance to play every day more recently. And here comes the first offering from Mima. He kicks and he delivers. There's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Ginji. We have to take a look at that one back, and Ginji sure didn't like that call as he steps back and looks to the sky. So here comes the 0-1 offering. Mima checks the runner at second. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is grounded down the right field line. It's trouble. It's in the corner. One run is in. Asamura is going to score. Shimauchi on his way to third and rounding third, but he's going to be held at third base. It is going to be 1-0 for the Eagles here in the first inning, all with 2 out as Ginji has lined himself or grounded a double into the corner. That moves Shimauchi over to third. And the score right now is the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles 1. The Chiba Lotte Marines have nothing yet. A double and an RBI for Ginji. His hot bat continues. And that is going to bring up the third baseman, Daichi Suzuki. So Suzuki on the season is batting .238. He's got a couple of homers and 10 RBIs. He is not getting the regular playing time that he had last year. He is getting the nod to play at third base tonight. So Suzuki waiting on the first offering from Mima. Mima checks the runner at second and he kicks and delivers. There's a fastball that catches the outside corner for called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1 to Suzuki. All of the damage here has come with 2 out as the first 2 hitters of the order were retired by Mima. So the runner at third is Shimauchi. The runner at second is Ginji. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball that misses inside, and the count is now 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Daichi Suzuki. A lot of coaches like to think of this 1-1 pitch as an action pitch. Something has to happen here. I want to try to get Suzuki to swing. So here comes the 1-1 offering. There is a fastball swung on, and it's grounded foul down the first base line. It's going to run the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes on Suzuki. Suzuki steps out, gets himself some more spray for the bat, and he's ready to go back to work. Right-hander Mima leans in. He gets his sign from his catcher, Matsukawa. He comes set at the belt, and now he kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on. It is grounded over to first. It is going to be taken by Yamaguchi. He's going to make the play by himself. It's going to go down as a ground out to 3 for out number 3, and that is going to do it for the Eagles in their half of the first inning. There was a run in the inning on 3 hits. There were no errors and 2 runners left aboard. We're through half inning. It is the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles 1, the Chiba Lotte Marines nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments with the call of the bottom of the first inning. We're glad you guys could be here with us, and our friend Winter Maid is in the house. We're glad you are here with us tonight, and we expect more to follow, as this one here is probably going to take shape after the UFC fight is done. Here's our friend Matt.
You've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole.
Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom of the first inning, and it is a 1-0 lead for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles, they had 3 hits back to back to back with 2 away. They have put them in the lead 1-0 as Genji knocked in Hideo Asamura for the first run of the ball game. So here we are in the bottom of the first inning. It is going to be Takashi Ojino, Akito Takabe, and Shogo Nakamura to get things going for the Marines in their half of the first inning. Ojino steps in at the plate, and he is ready to get the first pitch from Hayakawa. And it is a breaking ball that misses low, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Ojino. Left-hander Hayakawa ready to go back to work. He works from the stretch position with nobody on base. He delivers a fastball that's taken for a called strike. And the count is now 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is to Ojino. We do thank you all for popping in here tonight. Whether you guys are listening live or on delay, we always are appreciative of everyone being here. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted down the right field line, and it's going to reach the seats foul. It's going to run the count to 1-2 on Ojino. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. The wind is blowing in straight in from center field. It was doing that last night as well. Tonight, they say the wind is about 7 miles per hour. It looks like it's a lot more than that when you get up. Actually, it's at 11 miles an hour, but it looks like it's a lot more than that when you get up into the upper reaches of the stadium. There's a fastball swung on. It is fielded by the shortstop Kobakata. He throws to first, and that is going to retire Ojino for the first out of the inning. It's going to go down as a ground out, 6-3 for out number 1. That'll bring up Akito Takabe. We got Will Voggs in the house. Stopping in. He says he's been wearing the Last Raps baseball t-shirt lately. That's awesome, Will. You're getting good use out of it. The summertime, it's a nice shirt that kind of keeps the sweat off you, that's for sure. So Takabe is batting .265 on the season. He's got a homer and 17 RBIs. There's a first pitch fastball delivered that swung on and fouled away, and the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Akito Takabe. Takabe bats from the left side against the left-handed throwing Hayakawa, and here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on and another one that's fouled away over on the third base side. The count is now 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. It is a little bit of a goofy piece that's going on here. We had some technical difficulties last night. Today, we don't really have the technical difficulties. There's another fastball swung on and another one that is fouled away. Looks like that YouTube has some challenges right now on their analytics stuff. So no balls and 2 strikes to Takabe. And here comes the 4th pitch of the at-bat. There is a breaking ball that misses down, and it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Takabe is hitting that .265 on the season. He's got a homer and 17 RBIs. Takabe, Ojino, Nakamura can all run a little bit at the top of the order. Takabe has 25 stolen bases. He's a tough guy when he can put the ball in play in the infield. There's a breaking ball swung on, and that is fouled away behind home plate, and the count remains at 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes it is to Takabe. Takabe is getting the start tonight in center field. Ojino is the left fielder, and the right fielder is Oka for the Chiba Lotte Marines. So here comes the 1-2 offering. It's a fastball again, swung on and again fouled away. The one thing that you notice about Hayakawa, the pitcher for the Golden Eagles, he's got 57 strikeouts in 70 1/3 innings, but he doesn't really have that one particular wipeout pitch to be able to blow hitters away. He can strike guys out. He's just not at that one or beyond an inning. And there's a fastball swung on it. It is hit up the middle. It gets through the pitcher, Hayakawa, right on into center field. And Takabe is aboard with a 1-out single. And that is going to bring up the second baseman, Shogo Nakamura. For Nakamura, he's batting .249 on the season. He's got 5 homers and 35 runs batted in. Nakamura gets himself dug in. He is the captain of the Marines. He wears the little C above the logo of the Marines. And here's the first pitch from Hayakawa. It's a fastball swung on it. It is pop foul. It's going to reach the seats behind third base. The count is quickly 0-1 to Nakamura. So no balls and 1 strike. The runner, Takabe, establishes his lead at first. He's got 1 foot on the turf and 1 foot on the dirt. And Hayakawa throws over to first base, and getting back easily is the base runner, Takabe. We noticed last night when they brought in a reliever, Suzuki, last night for the Golden Eagles, his move was not what I would call a great move. He had a C move and a C plus move. There's nothing really exciting about either one, and Hayakawa has not shown us anything here yet. As he throws the ball over to first, and getting back in time again easily is Takabe. So no balls and 1 strike. Nakamura waggles the bat. And here comes the offering. It is a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is now 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Shogo Nakamura. The left-hander Hayakawa gets the sign from his catcher Oda, and here he comes set again at the belt. And the 1-1 pitch is ready on the way. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted foul down the left field line. It's going to reach the seats again. The count now runs to 1-2 on Nakamura. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nakamura waggles the bat. Waiting his turn on deck is Hisanori Yasuda, the third baseman. The Marines are trying to get that run back that they gave up in the first inning to the Golden Eagles. And here comes the offering. It is a fastball. Off goes the runner. And the throw down to second is not in time. Takabe has just stolen his 26th base of the season. I don't think they're going to review that one either. We're going to get a look at it again. He had a pretty good jump on the lefty. The slide was in time. Kobakata applied the tag. One thing I didn't like about Kobakata is he really didn't get to the base. Like he was in front of the base as he received the ball and then had to reach back to apply the tag. There are some teams that like their players to come to the front of the base. There's some teams that like their players to straddle. At the end of the day, you got to get to the base, and I don't think Kobakata did that. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Nakamura as that last pitch was a ball. So now they have a runner in scoring position with 1 away. Here comes the 2-2 offering. And it is a fastball that swung on and lifted foul over on the first base side. And that's going to keep the count at 2-2. Hayakawa has had to throw quite a few pitches here already in the first inning. It's already up to 16 pitches. One thing you can do is really soften the pitcher up by working the count and taking them deep into the counts, that's for sure. So here comes the 2-2 pitch. And there it is. It's a fastball down in the dirt. The catcher, Oda, with a pretty good block. That's going to run the count now to 3-2 on Nakamura. So 3 balls and 2 strikes it is. The runner at second is Takabe, and there's 1 away here in the bottom of the first inning. Takabe is waggling the bat. And stepping off the backside is the pitcher, Hayakawa. He's going to reach down and grab the rosin bag. He's looking at Kobakata because they're flashing some signals between the two of them. And so now he's ready to go back to work. And again, he steps off. And again, and now he's calling for his catcher to come out. They're not on the same page. This is going to be a mound visit, so the umpire is going to put that one into the books. They got to get themselves sorted out in this situation. They've got the runner at second base, so they're probably talking about the sign system that they're using. So Hayakawa and Oda have had their discussion, and now they're ready to go back at the Chiba hitters. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Nakamura. Takabe establishes his lead at second base. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball that misses off the outside corner. Nakamura has drawn himself a walk, and that's going to put runners at first and second. And that's going to bring Hisanori Yasuda to the plate. There's nothing worse when your team scores a run in the top half of the inning. You want to come back up and put up a 0 so you can keep the momentum. And the pitcher, Hayakawa, is doing everything but that. So here comes Hisanori Yasuda to the plate. Yasuda batting from the left side. He waggles the bat. Hayakawa checks the runner at second, and now he delivers. It's a fastball that misses outside, and the count is 1-0. Catcher Oda sure wanted that pitch. He held it there for a while. They were not able to get the call from the home plate umpire. So here comes the 1-0 offering. He kicks and delivers to Hayakawa. It's a fastball taken on the outside corner, and the count goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitcher, Mima, is chatting with his teammates over in the Chiba dugout. He's going to be there for a little bit. He's going to have to get up and start throwing now. Here comes the 1-1 offering. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. The count now goes to 1-2 on Yasuda. So 1 ball and 2 strikes it is. Koki Yamaguchi will follow should Yasuda reach successfully. If he stays out of the double play, it'll allow Yamaguchi to come to the plate. Yasuda's a .244 hitter on the season. He's got a couple homers and 11 RBIs, and this is a clutch situation here. There's a fastball swung on. It is tap foul at home plate. That's going to keep the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Marine fans are clapping for their club. The Marines are in their home whites today with the black pinstripes. The Golden Eagles are in their maroon color tops with the white pants and red piping. Here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on and missed. And Yasuda is retired on strikes for out number 2, and that's going to leave it all up to Koki Yamaguchi. That was a nice pitch by the left-hander Hayakawa. I have to say, though, it wasn't necessarily a great breaking ball, but it was one that was effective, and it was able to make Yasuda chase. And he has gone for out number 2. As I said at the top of the stream, Hayakawa really does not have an electric out pitch. He doesn't have a blazing fastball. He doesn't have a pitch that he can really blow guys away with. That's reflective on the fact that he's striking out hitters at well less than a batter an inning. So here comes the first pitch to Yamaguchi. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. Now, that particular breaking ball that he throws there, it just kind of hangs up and floats across. It's nothing particularly special. It's almost a get-me-over curveball. The hitter's got to be thinking and looking at that and saying, hey, I got to hammer that thing the other way. Shorten up the swing, stay inside it, and let her rip. Again, Hayakawa steps off the backside of the rubber. He's concerned about the base runner, Takabe. Takabe had stolen his 26th base of the year a few moments ago. So here comes the 1-strike offering to Yamaguchi. There is a breaking ball that he waves at and misses, and the count is now 0-2. If he would have left that one outside, it would probably be 1-1. He's definitely not swinging strikes. Makes me wonder if Yamaguchi is guessing right now at the plate. Is he a guess hitter? So 2 strikes it is to Yamaguchi. He really extends the bat far out front of his body, and here comes the 0-2 offering. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses off the outside corner, and the count is now 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Holding the ball at the belt is the left-hander Hayakawa. He checks the runner Takabe at second. And here he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on, and that is lifted foul over on the first base side, and the count remains at 1-2. It is a gusty wind blowing straight in from center field. As we said, it was 11 miles an hour at the start of the game. Not sure what it would be at ground level, but over top of the stadium, the flags are just blowing straight out. Well, in this case, straight in. They almost look like they're straight and narrow. There's a breaking ball swung on. It is tapped foul, barehanded by the catcher Oda. Keeps the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yamaguchi will be followed by Brandon Laird. He's able to reach base here. This is going to be the 29th pitch of the inning by Hayakawa. So Yamaguchi waggles the bat. And here comes the offering from Hayakawa. He kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is now 2-2. So as I mentioned, it is going to be something that we'll keep an eye on here. Usually the first couple innings, they really try to soften up the pitcher, take the sting out of his stuff. They've seen a lot of pitches from him today. Seen his fastball. They've seen his breaking ball. Seen the off speed. They're going through the whole gamut here. And here comes the 2-2. It's a breaking ball that misses inside. Now the count is 3-2 to Yamaguchi. Well, the runners are going to be on the run with 2 out here. Going to have to make sure that Hayakawa goes to the plate. They'll be off to the races as soon as the pitch is delivered. Checks the runner at second, Takabe. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. It is popped up. This ball is over on the first base side. There might be room. Racing over is the first baseman, Genji. He slides, but he's not going to be able to make the catch. The wind was pulling it away, and he wasn't able to get there. And the Marines are fortunate, as is Yamaguchi, as that is still just going to be a foul ball. It's going to keep the count at 3-2. We watch it as Genji slid. He slid feet first. It hit the heel of the glove as he impacted the fencing that protects the players in the dugout. That is going to be the 32nd pitch of the inning now coming up, but that was one that I think he'd like to have back. So here comes the 3-2 offering to Yamaguchi. Hayakawa holds at the belt. There go the runners. He kicks and fires. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. That's going to keep the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes to Yamaguchi. Hayakawa has had to work big time here in the first inning. He's got a 1-0 lead. But he is very fortunate right now, as this is going to be pitch number 33 of the inning. Yamaguchi digs in, and he's ready on the offering from the young left-hander. Hayakawa holds at the belt, and now he delivers. It's a fastball swung on and missed. And Yamaguchi is down on strikes for the 3rd out of the inning, and that is going to do it for the Marines in their half of the inning. They had no runs. There was 1 hit. There were no errors, and there were 2 runners left aboard. We are now through 1 complete. It is the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles 1, the Chiba Lotte Marines nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call the top of the 2nd inning after this. Glad you guys could be with us here tonight. Here is our cheerleaders.
everybody. Thanks for checking out the game and Last Raps Baseball. This is Dave, Zero Thought Sports Card. If you like pack openings, baseball, all that good stuff, check us out. Drop a comment on our channel this month to win a mystery pack of cards. All you gotta do is say Last Rap sent you to be entered. And we'll drop a video later on this month announcing the winner. Enjoy the game.
Welcome back, everybody. Our friend Wintermaid says he's got a couple of K on this game, the under 4.5 through the first 5. Well, you're going to have your work cut out for you, that's for sure. I did something today. I played the over-unders in Major League Baseball, something I haven't really done a lot of. And all I got to say is I stunk it up today on my picks. Thought I didn't publish anything, and I'm glad I didn't do anything than I thought I might do. But boy, my Major League Baseball picks on the over-under were absolutely abysmal. I can share those with you as we move along here. It's going to be the 7, 8, 9 hitters in the batting order for the Eagles. The first pitch delivered by Mima is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Okajima, Oda, and Muto are the 7, 8, and 9 hitters in the batting order. There's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and now the count is 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to Okajima. There is a fastball swung on. This ball is grounded to first. Neatly fielded by Yamaguchi. He's going to take it himself. It's going to go as a ground out to 3 for out number 1, and that is going to bring up the catcher Hikari Oda. The games I played, and I had it here earlier. I don't know what I've done with it, but the first one I got excited about was I had the Pirates and the Brewers. I took the over on that one, and that one came in. There was Ashby was pitching for the Brewers, and some tomato can was pitching for the Pirates. I was able to clear that 9.5 easily. So here comes Hikari Oda to the plate. He's batting .246 on the season. He's got a homer and 6 RBIs, and he takes a first pitch fastball for a called strike. And the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Oda. I knew I was in trouble when the Giants ended up losing to the White Sox 5-3. I took the under on that one. The over-under was 7.5. As there's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away. The count is 0-2 to Oda. I took the under, and it ended up being the over as the Giants scored a run in the bottom of the 9th inning. Consolation run to make it 5-3. So that ended up blowing up the ticket. So here's the 0-2 offering. It's a breaking ball swung on. It is grounded back up the middle, and it gets through the pitcher, Mima, and that's going to go into center field. It's going to be a base hit for Oda. They're going to ask for time as Mima got hit in the hand. I think it was the non-throwing hand. That was a comebacker that went right back up the middle. He might have got hit on the back of the hand of the glove. I'll have to check the replay on it. The trainer is coming out. So they're going to see what they've got here. He's going to try to walk it off a little bit. He claims to say he's all right. Watch that again. The comebacker came. He put his glove down. Actually, it was on his left wrist, just above the glove is where he got hit. And that's what caused the ball to go up in the air into center field. He's showing the trainer what it is. The pitching coach is out there. I don't think he's going to go inside for any treatment. I think they're just going to keep him up ready to go. He can get the treatment in between innings, that's for sure. The home plate umpire is out there with him. Tadeguchi is looking on. That's going to bring up Atsuki Muto to the plate. Muto is batting .296 on the young season. He's got no homers and 6 RBIs. I don't know why Mima needs a warm-up pitch here. I think they're going to give it to him. It's not like it's his throwing hand, for crying out loud. After one pitch, he says he's ready to go. He winces a little bit. He's still flexing his hand up and down here, but I'm going to give him another pitch here. I'd have no idea why. It's not like it's his leg or, a foot or something along those lines. So the living room is now in the house. He says he's here. Let's start the party. Yet he's going to get another warm-up pitch is Mima. So 3 warm-up pitches after he gets hit on the non-throwing hand. Imagine if he got hit on the throwing hand, how many pitches he would get. So the trainer and the pitching coach are heading back to the dugout. That's going to bring Atsuki Muto to the plate with the runner on first. I was saying, I think there was the UFC fights were tonight. So maybe our audience is watching some scraps. So Muto steps up to the plate. As we said, he's hitting .296. He's 16 for 54 on the season. And there, Mima steps off and fakes the throw over to first base. The runner, Oda, is barely flinched. So here comes the first offering. It is a split finger pitch swung on and missed, and the count is 0-1 to Muto. I was telling Wintermaid that I had played the over-unders today for the first time this season period on our version of Proline out here, whatever they call it, Sports Select. And I took the over on the Pirate Brewer game. There's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count goes even at 1-1. I hit that one. I also took the under on the Braves and the Reds. Spencer Strider today struck out 11, only allowed 1 hit over 6 innings. I hit on that one. And then everything else came up as a stinker. I only played 5 games. I had the under on the Giants and the White Sox. That blew up the ticket. Run by the Giants in the bottom of the 9th inning. The over-under was 7.5. I had the under and it ended up being 8. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is to Muto. And here comes the offering from Mima. It's a fastball swung on it. It's grounded over to third. Yasuda fields it over to second for 1. Back to first, and it's a double play. And that is going to do it. It is a double play of the 5-4-3 variety. And we've got our friend Undrafted Player in the house. He says, thanks for the live learning more about the NPB. We're glad you are with us. We'll be back in just a couple minutes as we are going to set you guys up. We'll give you those cheerleaders again. We'll be back and chat for a little bit. Undrafted players in the house, so now that definitely the party can start. A score after 2 innings, it is the Tohoku, after 1.5, it's the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles 1, Chiba nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a moment after our cheerleaders.
Hello guys, thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP Cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have Lira. We have Yen. We have francs, we have pounds, we have Deutschmarks, we have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OPC baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Appreciate you there, Steve. It is going to be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters in the batting order, and that means Brandon Laird, Hiromi Oka, and Kenta Chitani coming up to bat. And the first pitch to Laird is a breaking ball taken for a ball, and the count is 1-0. And back to work, and there is another breaking ball that's delivered for a called strike, and the count is 1-1. Our friend Undrafted Player said he recently got Kenta Maeda to sign some TTM card requests. There's a fastball swung on and missed, and the count is now 1-2. If I remember correctly, our friend Undrafted Player is in France, and he listens to our feeds over there, as the count now is 1-2 to Laird. And here comes the pitch from Hayakawa. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. And the count remains at 1-2. That's pretty cool that you're able to get Maeda to do that. I saw Kenta Maeda when he was pitching with the Dodgers in Japan. They have some pretty crazy television shows. I watch those more than I watch some of the English-speaking stuff when I'm in Japan. There's a breaking ball that misses outside. They appeal down to the first base umpire, and they say that Laird didn't go, and the count is 2-2. What I found interesting about it is that they have these things, and they had Maeda in a grocery store, and he was in some aisle, and what they did is they set up a water bottle on a stool. There's a breaking ball swung on it, is popped up. Camping out underneath it is the shortstop, Kobakata, and he's going to haul that one in, and it's going to retire Laird for out number 1. And that is going to bring up Hiromi Oka, the right fielder. Oka last night was the one who dropped the squeeze down to be able to cash in, or was it Oka who was able to score on the squeeze last night? Go back and look at my stats. I know Oka was involved as he takes a breaking ball for a ball, and the count is 1-0. Here comes the pitch. It is a fastball that's swung on and missed, and the count is 1-1. I was saying about Kenta Maeda. So he's in the grocery store, and they've got this water bottle on a stool. And what he's doing is he's throwing pitches to try to take the cap off the water bottle by throwing pitches. And there's a fastball that is swung on and missed. And the count is now 1-2. We got like father and like son in the house. We thank you for stopping in, Joe. We appreciate you as always. Just aside, while Joe is here, he got a Ronald Acuna autograph card, and there's a fastball swung on it, is hit past the third baseman into left field. This ball is going to get all the way to the wall, and Oka is going to cruise into second base with a double. And he is aboard with a 1-out double here in the second inning. Just that one little piece there. As Joe was saying, he dropped off a like, but he got a Ronald Acuna autograph card today, but it's not what you think. It was Ronald Acuna Sr. I believe it was in the New York Mets organization. I talked to Joe earlier today. Congratulations to you, Joe. That's pretty cool to get a Ronald Acuna Sr. card. It'll go up on the mantle. For those of you who don't know, Joe's a big Atlanta Braves fan. So here comes the first offering to the shortstop, Kenta Chitani, and it is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. The undrafted player says with the cheerleader cards, he definitely loves the NPB. It's all good. The English is pretty decent. I think my barnyard English is pretty good too. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away. It's going to run the count to 0-2. Yeah, Kenta Maeda currently is with the Twins. You're correct. Not playing because he's recovering from Tommy John surgery. So he's got some time to sign some autographs. So no balls and 2 strikes to Chitani. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball that just misses under the hands. The count now goes to 1-2 on Chitani. The Marines really worked over the starting pitcher, but unfortunately he wasn't able to have anything else. He didn't give up a run in the first inning, Hayakawa. He was lucky he got out of that jam. There's a breaking ball that misses down and in. The count is 2-2. He's not going to be around here very long if it's just the way he's going to pitch tonight. He threw 33 pitches in the first inning. He's already up to 47. We're here in the second. Joe says he's going to look for Brian and Luis Angel, so he's got the whole family. And there is a breaking ball swung on it, is grounded over to third. Nice job by the third baseman, Suzuki, to check the runner back to second. He throws Chitani out at first. That's going to go down as a ground out. 5-3 for the second out of the inning. That is going to bring up the catcher, Ko Matsukawa. For Matsukawa on the season, he's hitting 159. He's got no homers and 7 RBIs. Our friend the living room says round robin parlay, Oryx, Chiba, Cebu, Yakult, Hiroshima, the Birmingham Stallions. Wish you luck. I'm not sure how you got that one on the go. That is a USFL team, if I'm not mistaken. Must have been an accidental tick. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1 to Matsukawa. It would be pretty cool to get all the Acuñas. Keep it all in the family for sure. And there's a fastball delivered to Matsukawa that swung on and fouled away, and the catcher is now in the hole 0-2. The living room says it is the USFL. Like father, like son says they're in the USFL championship game. I know the only thing I knew was the Michigan Panthers were playing there, and they were coached by the former Cardinals coach, the Rams coach Fisher, and there's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into right field. Camping out underneath it is the right fielder Okajima. He makes the catch, and that is going to do it here in the second inning for the Marines. They have no runs. There was one hit. There were no errors, and one runner stranded aboard. We're now through 2 complete innings. It is the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles 1, the Chiba Lotte Marines nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a minute with the call of the top of the third inning. No cheerleaders for a little bit later. But here is our NPB stuff. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the top of the third inning. It's going to be the top of the batting order coming up for the Golden Eagles. It'll be Haruki Nishikawa, Hiroto Kobakata, and Hideto Asamura. They are coming up to bat. All the first 4 hitters in the batting order, all their first names start with an H. For the Golden Eagles, they must lead the team in H's. They have 5 in total in their starting lineup tonight, and none of them are Jose. So that is what we have here in the top of the third inning. So Nishikawa, Kobakata, and Asamura to get things going. And the first pitch from Mima is a fastball belted into right center field. This ball is going to get down, and it's going to get up the gap, and it's off the wall. Nishikawa digging for 2. And he is going to round second, and then he's going to return back, as that is a double for Nishikawa to get the things going here in the third inning. So one swing of the bat, and Nishikawa is standing on second base. Living room says, like father, like son says, is Edney Hechevarria in the lineup? No, he's not. The only import player in the lineup tonight is Brandon Laird for the Chiba Lotte Marines. And the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles have nobody in the lineup. Marmoleos, we haven't seen Gittins since he separated his shoulder. So here comes the first offering to Kobakata, but instead they fake a throw to second. Living room says, I don't know how to tag someone properly. Must be a cell phone thing. Not sure. Usually, sometimes you can do it off the computers easily. Usually it's the @ sign. Our friend Undrafted Player says he didn't know that Maeda was recovering from Tommy John, and there is a fastball swung on. It is bunted. Kobakata gets it down. They throw to third base, but the throw is not in time, It is going to be a sacrifice for Kobakata. We're going to see how they're going to rule that one, as Nishikawa is safe at third. Kobakata is safe at first. Usually will go down as a fielder's choice. Yasuda could not get back to the bag in time. That one-step read that he had took him too far in, and he couldn't retreat back. And Nishikawa is at third, and that is going to be runners on the corners. And Hideto Asamura is going to be coming up to the plate here with nobody out. Just a couple more things that undrafted player is saying. He says, yeah, it's Jeff Fisher is the head coach of the Michigan Panthers. I was not really a big fan of his. I saw the Rams play in St. Louis one year, and I think he was the head coach still, or just newly minted at that time. There's the breaking ball that is down, and the count is ball 1-1-0 to Asamura. There you go, the @ sign. There you go, you've got it there. So here we go, 1 ball and no strikes. There's a fastball that is thrown over to first base. And diving back in time is Kobakata. Everybody should know where Bobby Clark is from. The other question should be is, where is Reggie Leach from? That would be the same spot as Bobby Clark. If you know that, then you know a lot. Where Joe almost fell off the couch when we told him where he was from. And there, Mima throws over to first base, and getting back in time is the base runner, Kobakata. You can tell that the Golden Eagles, or the Marines, are worried that the Golden Eagles are up to something. Kobakata can run well. He's got 8 stolen bases on the season. To pick up the scoring on this one here, what they ruled on Kobakata. They may have given him a hit on that one. And Kobakata is off to the races. They throw down to second. The throw is not in time. It's a stolen base for Kobakata. So he has just swiped second base. The runner at third, Nishikawa, held his ground. So now they've got runners at second and third. It's 2 balls and no strikes to Asamura. We still didn't get a result on that Kobakata. I want to see if they've given him a sacrifice hit. And that's exactly what they've ruled it. They ruled that a sacrifice, not a fielder's choice. So he's not charged with the at-bat. So sacrifice hit for Kobakata. There's the breaking ball down to Asamura, and the count is now 3-0, and Mima is in danger of loading the bases here. Yep, there's more than one born in Flin Flon, Manitoba, Joe says. Absolutely. So 3 balls and no strikes. Mima shakes off his catcher, and now he gets a sign he likes. He checks the runner, Kobakata, and now he delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses down. That is ball 4 to Asamura, and the bases are full of Eagles. That is going to bring up the dangerous Hiroki Shimouchi. Our friend undrafted player said that Jeff Fisher nearly won the Super Bowl with the Titans. That game with the Rams was really close. Listening to your live, I'm on the NPB website discovering the names of the 12 NPB teams. There was talk about the NPB expanding a couple of years ago, adding a team in Okinawa called the Blue Ocean. For those of you who don't know, Okinawa is definitely a great place to see that. We've got Vincent Ramet CB in the house. He says, guys, anywhere to watch this? Well, the question, Vincent, the first question is where are you located? Are you in the United States? Where are you at in the world? That would be the first thing, and maybe we can help you that way. And the second piece is we can give you a few hints. Usually there are some folks in the chat room that can give you some idea to look at and where to gain a link. We can't give you the link here. There's a breaking ball that misses down. We give you the link, that would get us shut down. We don't like to do that. So 1 ball and no strikes to Hiroki Shimouchi. The bases are loaded. It is Nishikawa at third, Kobakata on second, and Asamura is on first. So Vincent is in South Africa. So the living room says live QQQ is one option. You're going to see that's going to be up in a bunch of Chinese letters. There's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into left field. Coming in and making the catch is the left fielder, Ogino. Here's the throw to the plate. And is it in time? And it's not in time. That is going to score a run as Nishikawa is going to score the run. Shimouchi gets himself an RBI. That's going to go down as a sac fly to 7. We're going to watch that again on the replay. The left fielder, Ogino, does a pretty good job of coming around it. The throw was just not in time. But the runners are going to hold themselves up. It's still going to be runners at first and second with that run that crosses the board. And now it is 2-0 for the Golden Eagles. That is 1 away, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Genji. So back to Vincent there. So live QQQ is all in Chinese. That's one option. If you were in the United States, we could give you a few options to investigate. Another one is the old Reddit page for the NPB. They used to have a different one there as well. So that's pretty much some of the options where you're at. There's a fastball that catches the inside corner. It's a called strike to Genji. The count is 0-1. Genji is 1 for 1 tonight. He's got a double and an RBI. He drove in the first Golden Eagles run. So, Vincent, we appreciate you stopping in here. Usually what people do is the feeds will be in Japanese once you can lock in. And what some of the guys do here is they sync the English feed that I give you up to the Japanese video. So hopefully you can find that out. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. We'll try to help you out. There's a fastball that misses outside, and the count is 1-1 now to Genji. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Genji bats from the left side against the right-handed thrower of Mima. And here comes the 1-1 offering. And that is a split finger pitch that is lifted into center field. Moving over underneath it is Takabe. He's going to make the grab, and the runners are not going to advance as that ball was not hit deep enough. And Genji is retired for out number 2, and that's going to bring up Daichi Suzuki to the plate. And our friend Like Father, Like Son, it says, awesome when you got baseball fans all over the world. So appreciate you, Vincent. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're interested. Come on back. We love having people pop in and out. We usually get a different crowd every night. And we're normally here on the weekend games in the Japanese on Saturday and Sunday. We do call the odd midweek games when they're earlier starts, and we are going to have a few of those coming up in the month of July. So hopefully you can pop in and join us again. Or stick around tonight. We're glad to have you. So here comes the first pitch to Suzuki. It's a breaking ball that misses upstairs, and the count is 1-0. For Suzuki tonight, he is 0 for 1. He grounded to the first baseman his first time up. Suzuki bats from the left side. He chokes up off the end of the bat, probably a good couple inches. He tries to shorten up his swing. Our friend Wintermaid is cheering for no more runs as he's taken the under in the first 5 innings. Here comes the pitch. It is a fastball that misses down and in, and the count is now 2-0 to Suzuki. The way these two pitchers have pitched so far, one would have thought that Hayakawa would be the one who is losing the ball game with the amount of pitches he's thrown. But it is Mima who finds himself behind 2-0 to the Golden Eagles right now here in the top of the 3rd inning. So Suzuki waggles the bat. Mima checks the runner at second. He delivers. It's a fastball swung on, and this is belted foul down the right field line. It's going to run the count to 2-1 on Suzuki. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Suzuki. Looking to shorten up his swing a little bit as that ball was hook-barreled down the line. So here comes the 2-1 offering from Mima. Kobakata gets the lead at second, and there's a fastball swung on it. Is lifted into deep left center field. Moving back on it is the center fielder, Takabe. He's got room, and he's going to make the catch in front of the warning track. And that is going to do it here for the Eagles in their half of the third inning. For the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles, they had 1 run in the inning on the benefit of only 1 hit. There was no errors, and there were 2 runners left aboard. We are now through 2.5 innings. It is the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles 2, Chiba Lotte Marines nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call at the bottom of the third inning in just a couple moments. We're glad you guys could be here with us tonight. Thank you all for stopping in and checking us out. We love having you guys here. Here is our friend Steve Rademacher.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have lira. We have yen. We have francs. We have pounds. We have Deutschmarks. We have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OPC baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and your support of our channel. And in turn, we'd like to support Steve Rademacher. I'm just getting back into my seat here, ready to give you guys the call. I had to get up and get a drink. It's a little bit warm here. I've got all the windows closed. Everything is kind of sticky where we're at. Not quite as hot as it is back east. The East Coast is getting some sweltering heat in North America. We got heat. Pickies, or I think is the name, has come in. He says, let's go Lotte. And the first pitch delivered to Takashi Ogino is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. It is Ogino, Takabe, and Nakamura here in the third inning, and there's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep right field. Moving back on it is Okajima. He's going to make the catch in front of the warning track, and that is going to retire Ogino for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away, and that is going to bring up the center fielder, Akito Takabe. So 1 up and 1 away. Our friend Undrafted Player says, I discovered the Japanese play baseball when Daisuke Matsuzaka was with the Red Sox. With another red player, and Living Room suggests it was Hideki Okajima. I think you are correct on that one. There is a fastball swung on it. It is grounded softly over to second. It's fielded by Asamura. He throws on the run, and that is going to retire Takabe for the second out of the inning. It's going to go down as a ground out 4-3. So 2 up and 2 away. And that is going to bring up Shogo Nakamura. So with 3 pitches, they've hardly made Hayakawa to break a sweat here. Hayakawa was at 51 pitches through the first 2 innings, and now he's at 3. I forgot when I asked Undrafted Player the last time where in France he was from. There's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is 1-0. I can't remember exactly where Undrafted Player is. I got a chance a number of years ago, and this is going back almost 30 years ago now. It's mind-blowing how time flies when you have fun. There's a fastball taken for a strike. I got to spend a lot of time in Lyon, France. I was posted up for about a month in Geneva in Switzerland. So Lyon is only a couple of hour train ride to the west of Geneva. There's a breaking ball that is missing down and away, and the count is now 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Shogo Nakamura. So I'm not sure where Undrafted Player calls his home in France, but love the country to be able to get there. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is popped up over on the left side. Backing up underneath it is the shortstop, Kobakata. He's going to make the catch, and that is going to do it, as Nakamura is gone for the third out of the inning. That was a quick inning for Hayakawa. After a couple of marathon first two innings, there was no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We are now through 3 complete innings. It is the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles 2, the Chiba Lotte Marines nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back for the top of the 4th inning after this when we return. This from our friend Matt Hollis.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the top half of the 4th inning. It is going to be the 7, 8, and 9 hitters coming to bat for the Golden Eagles. That means it's going to be Takeru Okajima, Hikari Oda, and Atsuki Budo to face the right-hander Mima. Our friend undrafted player says he is not too far from Lyon, the 2nd or 3rd largest city in France. Yeah, you're either ahead or behind the city in the south, Marseille. Marseille used to be the 3rd largest city, but I think they may have passed Lyon. Here's the first pitch. It is a breaking ball that misses inside to Okajima. Count is 1-0. So my story is in 1993, I was in Switzerland. I had a buddy of mine who was studying in Geneva. He was doing a master's degree, and he left me his place for about a month. There's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count is now 2-0. Anyways, I got a chance to go back and forth quite a bit to Lyon. On one of my journeys, I actually met a young lady, and we had kind of hit it off, and we exchanged numbers, and our parents had lived on the French side of where Geneva was. There was a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is now 2-1. So anyways, we kept in touch, and we were able to see each other. I went across to visit her in 1996, and then in 97, she came and visited me. And her dad actually had tickets for the World Cup in Saint-Etienne. There's a ground ball to the shortstop. It is fielded neatly by the shortstop, Chitani. He throws to first, and that's going to retire Okajima. That goes down as a ground out, 6-3 for out number 1. The problem, or the moral to that story is after I saw her in 97 and she came back to visit me, I was like, well, I want to see your brother. I'd like to see your parents. I like your grandparents. But I really don't want to see you anymore. And unfortunately, I ended up giving up the tickets for the World Cup. And most of the games that were played in Saint-Etienne were not very good, except one game that will go down probably as a famous game, as there was a breaking ball delivered to Oda that is swung on and missed. The count is 0-1. Hikari Oda is here at the plate. He singled his first time up. There's a fastball that misses inside, and the count is now 1-1. Was the game between England and Argentina where David Beckham got sent off. I would have had tickets for that game to see it live. I missed that opportunity. There's a breaking ball that misses inside, and the count is now 2-1 to Oda. But that's the way it goes, or as they would say, c'est la vie. That's what happens when you pass up on that opportunity. So 2 balls and 1 strike. I could have faked it for another year maybe, but it wouldn't have worked out. There's a breaking ball swung on. It is grounded softly over to third. It is fielded by Yasuda, but it is in foul territory. That's going to go down as a foul ball. Probably a good decision by Yasuda to scoop it up in foul territory there, as I don't think he would have got the catcher Oda. But it was a lot of fun getting a chance to go to France. And of course, when I was in Germany and coaching in Germany, the opportunity to live on the French border presented itself as we were 45 minutes east of Metz. So lots of opportunity being near the French side. And getting a chance to go back a couple of times, always kind of fun. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Oda. Mima gets his sign from his catcher, Matsukawa. He's ready to go back to work. And here comes the pitch. It is a split finger pitch that is swung on and missed. And he's gone for out number 2 here in the 4th inning is Oda. And that's going to bring up the left fielder or the center fielder Atsuki Muto. Our friend undrafted player said, you know a lot about sports, but you also know a lot about geography. Unfortunately, I didn't get to any games in the 98 World Cup. I saw 6 games in the 94. The 4 games in the Motor City in Detroit and the Pontiac Silverdome, and I got to 2 also in Boston. We've got Kyle Koski in here asking how we watched the game. So hang tight, Kyle. We'll give you some information here and hopefully help you out as there's a fastball ticket for a called strike and the count is 0-1. Mima back to work and he delivers a fastball and that is now 1-1 to Muto. So Kyle, there is a friend in here called the Living Room. We can't post the links for you, but what we could do is we can give you some information. And there is a fastball swung on it. It is grounded over to second. It is fielded neatly by Nakamura. He throws to first and Muto is retired on as a ground out 4-3 for out number 3. Just like that, the Eagles go quietly in their half of the 4th. There was no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. Hang tight, Kyle. We'll give you that information when we come back, and maybe the Living Room who's in here can help you out as well. The score after 3.5 is the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles 2, the Chiba Lotte Marines nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a moment with the call after this. Here is our friend, Matt Hollis again.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole.
Appreciate you there, Matt, and your support of our channel. We've got Kyle Koski in here and Jimmy Villanueva, and they're asking how you watch the game. So the first question I'll ask to those 2 guys is, what country are you watching from? We had somebody in here earlier from South Africa. So if you let us know what country you're in, we can give you some leads to be able to do that. Most of the feeds that you're going to be able to find will be in Japanese. So what a lot of people do is they take the Japanese feed and listen to the English commentary that we provide. And if not, you get to watch it on mute or you get to call your own game. So here we go. It is going to be the heart of the Chiba batting order coming up to face the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. That is going to be Hisanori Yasuda, Koki Yamaguchi, and Brandon Laird. So that is number 4, 5, and 6 in the order. So for those who are watching in the United States, we can give you some pointers to be able to do that. And if not, then we can also give you some websites to investigate. But you guys will be able to do that there. And so here's a fastball that just misses off the outside corner, and the count is 1-0 to Hisanori Yasuda. So I'll wait for you guys to respond, and then we'll give you some information. Here comes the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. It's lifted foul over on the third base side. And that is going to even the count at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Yasuda. Yasuda tonight is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. Hayakawa has a couple of strikeouts in the ball game. As we said before, he doesn't really have a dominating out pitch. There's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is now 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. It is a nice day for baseball. It's maybe a little too warm, but nice in the effect that it is overcast and it's got some wind going on. There's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is now 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Yasuda. We do appreciate those who do pop in here. And there is a fastball swung on. This ball is belted into deep left center field. This ball is going to get down. It's up against the wall. Yasuda is digging for 2, and he's going to stop at second base as that ball lands up against the wall. It was flagged down by the left fielder Nishikawa. And that is going to be a leadoff double here for Yasuda to get the 4th inning going. And that is going to bring up the first baseman, Koki Yamaguchi. Well, looks like our other friends who came in to ask where we watched the game have hit and run. Our friend, undrafted player, said his English is not perfect. Sad about the Silverdome. Looked like a great stadium. Would have loved to recover one of their blue seats. Got to see a lot of sporting events at the Silverdome back in the day. Got a chance to see the Detroit Lions play a number of times. I was a season ticket holder for 5 years during the Barry Sanders era. And here comes the pitch from Hayakawa. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep center field. Moving back on it is Muto. He makes the catch. Tagging it second is the runner, and it is not going to be in time as they threw in behind him. Yasuda started to tag, and then they came back to the bag. But Yamaguchi hit that one a long way. That's one thing I didn't see was WrestleMania, as Living Room points out. I can tell you some real crazy stories from the Silverdome just in going to the games. One of the games that I thought was one of the biggest highlights was going to see the Monday night game between the Raiders and the Lions. It was an electric start. Mel Gray had returned a kickoff for a touchdown. I think there were 3 touchdowns returned in the first quarter alone. There's a fastball that's delivered to Brandon Laird. It is caught on the outside corner for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Laird today is 0 for 1. He's popped to short his first time up. He's really struggled this season. He's entered the game tonight hitting .213 with 12 homers and 42 RBIs. The Pontiac Silverdome was a great place to see games, but it was terrible in which to park. You had to park a long way in the winter. You had to trudge through the snow to get to the stadium. It was all stadium parking, but you had to go over an overpass. But that game there was back in the day when you could actually still smoke inside buildings, and people would smoke in the Silverdome, so it had this gray haze over the top. As there was a pitch that misses upstairs to Laird, it's 1-1. So Hayakawa checks the runner at second. He kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on and missed, and now the count goes to 1-2. So we were sitting in the upper level watching the game, and it looked like this big cloud over the field. But that was because there was all these people smoking in the Silverdome. You don't see that anymore. How times have changed in North America. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Laird. Hayakawa delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on and missed. And Laird is gone for out number 2 here in the inning, and that's going to bring up the right fielder, Hiromi Oka. But there was a lot of star power in that game. Barry Sanders was in that game. I believe Bo Jackson was in the game. I think Marcus Allen was still playing. Tim Brown was a wide receiver. A lot of Heisman Trophy winners. Fantastic game to watch. Our friend, Like Father, Like Son, says gray haze or purple haze, probably a little bit of both. As there's a fastball delivered to Oka that misses down for a ball, and it's 1-0. Oka is 1 for 1 tonight. He doubled his first time up, but he was stranded at second. So 1 ball and no strikes to Oka. The catcher sets up here. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. The catcher, Oda, really was moving around behind home plate. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is. Our friend and undrafted player talked about it was pretty crazy, but also too, the Monday night games were always nuts because the people would get there early and tailgate. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed, and the count is now 1-2. And then what they would do is as they get drunk, then the fights would break out. And so I always remember we were sitting on about the 30, 35 yard line and at the upper level, and we were looking right across. And there was a huge brawl that broke out right across from us on the other sideline. And it just spilled over. There must have been 20 people. The cops came up there and they were beating guys with the baton stick and hauling them out of there. There's a breaking ball swung on, and that's fouled away. The count remains at 1-2 to Oka. Those were some pretty wild times at the Pontiac Silverdome, but good times, I got to tell you. Can't ask for better. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Oka. Kawa holds at the belt. He checks the runner at second, and here comes the 1-2 offering. It's a breaking ball that misses down, and that runs the count now to 2-2. Our friend Vivid Life is in the house. We welcome you in here. You are adding to the international flavor tonight. We've got somebody in here from South Africa. We've got our French friend in here as well. And now Vivid Life, who is the guardian of the midnight shift in the hotel industry. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is now 3-2 to Oka. I was lamenting earlier on about how I played some over-unders today. I missed badly on the Cubs and the Red Sox. I figured those two teams would, in that bandbox, would put up some numbers. It ended up being a 3-1 game. I took the over. Not very good. So here comes the 3-2 pitch. And there is a fastball that misses inside. And that is going to be ball 4. And Oka is aboard with a walk. That's going to put runners at first and second. And I'll bring up the shortstop, Kenta Chitani. Yeah, that was living room. Pretty much summed it up. Liked everything about her family except for her. That's the word of the day. That's the unfortunate part. So here comes the first offering to Chitani. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball that catches the inside corner, and the count goes to 0-1 on him. Chitani today is 0 for 1. He grounded to the third baseman his first time up. I'm sure I didn't shed a tear over that one after a while. I was a little bit upset at the time, but probably was the best thing that happened. There's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Chitani. Makes for a good, entertaining story anyway. That's it. You win some and you lose some, and you live to tell the stories later. The story was actually pretty good. So here comes the 1-1 pitch. And there is a breaking ball that is swung on and missed. The count goes to 1-2. Actually, how I met her was pretty cool, too. I was actually in a train station in Lyon. We got talking about our friend there. And we were in Lyon in the train station, and there was a snowstorm. I was there in January. Anyways, I met this gal, and we rode the train together. It's normally a 2-hour train ride from Lyon to Geneva, and it took us, it seemed like 8 hours. There's a breaking ball swung on it. Is grounded softly over to first. It's fielded by Ginji. He's going to take it himself. It's going to go down as a ground out to 3 for the third out of the inning. And the Chiba Lotte Marines, they threaten, but they don't score. There was no runs. There was 1 hit. There were no errors and 2 runners left aboard. We are now moving to the top of the 5th inning. It is the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles 2. Chiba Lotte Marines nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a minute with more French stories after this from our friend, Dave.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for checking out the game and Last Raps Baseball. This is Dave, Zero Thought Sports Cards. If you like pack openings, baseball, all that good stuff, check us out. Drop a comment on our channel this month to win a mystery pack of cards. All you gotta do is say Last Rap sent you to be entered. And we'll drop a video later on this month announcing the winner. Enjoy the game.
Hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back in a minute. We got all kinds of entertaining stuff tonight. We're in the mood to chat, in the mood to tell old-time stories about the Pontiac Silverdome. Stay tuned. We'll keep you guys active with this. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the top of the fifth inning, and there is a pattern here with the Golden Eagles. The first, the third, and now the fifth inning is all going to start with the top of the order. The first and third innings, the Eagles sent 6 hitters to the plate, and the bottom of the order has been retired 1, 2, 3, well, unconventionally, at least in the second inning, in the second and the fourth inning. So now we are ready to go here. Living Room says he hates Rio and he loves Tomoka. I couldn't figure out what he was talking about there earlier, but now I know what you're talking about. I've got a couple of these coming up. We're going to run a couple more. I've got some different ones. Well, we'll run them up there, and you guys, maybe we should do a vote. Maybe that should be one of the polls, poll questions. Who's the best? And there's a breaking ball that misses outside. I missed the first pitch fastball to Nishikawa. So Nishikawa, Kobakata, and Asamura here to start the fifth inning for the Golden Eagles. It's 1 ball and 1 strike to Nishikawa. And here comes the offering. There's a fastball that misses up, and the count goes to 2-1. The other thing that was interesting about the Silverdome is I got to see some Pistons basketball games there before the Pistons moved to the Palace of Auburn Hills. And now they play at the Little Caesars Arena. Got a chance to see the Pistons play out there. Saw the Atlanta Hawks. I think that was my very first basketball game. And there's a fastball swung on. This ball is belted into right center field. It's going to get down. It's going to get up against the wall. Digging for 2 is Nishikawa. Here comes the throw in. He's now digging for third. Here's the throw, and he is going to slide in safely. A leadoff triple for Nishikawa that follows up his double in the third inning. And they've got something brewing here right out of the gate in the top of the fifth. Nishikawa is the runner at third. That's going to bring up Hiroto Kobakata. So Kobakata steps to the plate. He is officially 0 for 1 tonight. He's lined to the shortstop, and he had a sacrifice hit back in the third inning. Let's keep our eyes on Kobakata. I wonder if they're going to do some sort of safety squeeze here. I was starting to tell the story about the Pistons basketball. The Silverdome, when I watched games there, I only saw 1 game at the lower level. The other games I saw once the Boston Celtics were sitting on the upper level, and they had put in like 50,000 fans in. It looked like it was ants playing on the field, on the park. There's a fastball delivered to Hiroki Shimauchi. This ball is driven over the center fielder's head. It's up against the wall. Nishikawa is going to trot home and score. And Shimauchi is going to go all the way around to third base, back-to-back, or check that. That is Kobakata, back-to-back triples. Kobakata, no wonder they had Kobakata playing in. He's not considered to be a big hitter, but he's just smoked a triple. He's traded places with Nishikawa, and that is going to bring out the pitching coach to have a word with Mima, as it is now 3-0 for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. We got a little sidetracked talking about Piston basketball. I said that they looked like ants on the basketball court. Remember back in the day when they had Kent Benson and Earl Curitin? This was pre-championship era. Kind of cool, very interesting. When we had our training camps at the University of Windsor. We had our training camps for football, and the Pistons would have their training camp going on inside. And our trainers used to tell us that they used more ice with the basketball team, with the 15, 17 players in training camp, than our entire football team would use. There's a fastball that misses inside, and the count is 1-0. They said Adrian Dantley was the worst. He used to put ice on every joint on his body, it seemed. That was a little later on. And here comes the 1-0 offering from Mima. There's a fastball that misses down and away, and the count is now 2-0 to Asamura. Vivid Life says they're really putting a team together and finally done trying to buy into the hype of buying out of prime superstars. Yeah, it's very true. A general manager over there who came over from Oklahoma City is really doing his best to be able to build from the ground up. He's made some trades. I don't think he's done yet. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and it's a fastball that misses down to Asamura. The count is now 3-0. So 3 balls and no strikes to Hideto Asamura. Asamura is 1 for 1 today. He scored a run in the first inning after he had a base hit. He walked in the third, and he's looking to try to get aboard for the third time today here, as it's 3 balls and no strikes. If there's somebody who might have a green light 3-0, it would be Asamura. And here comes the 3-0 offering. It is a breaking ball swung on. It is fouled off of the catcher, Matsukawa, and he's rolling around, writhing in pain. Matsukawa took it right on the top of the left knee where there's no protection. It's going to run the count to 3-1. Oh, they said Adrian Dantley was the worst because he used the most amount of ice. He used to put it, they said, on every joint on his body. They said literally he would put it on his wrists. So after practice, he would come out and he would use so much ice. There's a breaking ball that is swung on and missed. And the count is now 3-2 to Asamura. They said it would be on his ankles, on his knees, on his hips, on his shoulders, on his elbows. He would even put it on his wrists. Why he would have it on his wrist, I don't know. I can understand the players putting it on their knees and their ankles and their hips for sure. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Mima holds the ball at the belt. And now he kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses down and away. And that is ball 4. That is going to put Asamura at first. The runner Kobakata is still at third. And that's going to bring up the designated hitter Hiroki Shimochi. Our friend Winter Maid, who is in the house here tonight, I think he's sweating a little bit because I think the under for the first 5 innings was 4.5. Well, right now it's a 3-0 lead for the Golden Eagles, and they got runners on the corners. Yeah, Dantley really did care about his body. The sport of basketball is pretty grueling. So in some ways, he was really ahead of his time. It was just how much he took care of it was another question. Vivid Life says the Twins winning today was good for his soul. I didn't see what Minnesota did today. That was one of the games I didn't really check in on. We will do a look at the out-of-town scoreboard after the 5th inning when we have our version of Japanese halftime. We'll get everybody caught up on the out-of-town scores. So here comes Hiroki Shimochi to the plate. The runner Kobakata is at third. Asamura is the runner at first. Shimochi today is officially 1 for 1. He's also had a sacrifice fly and knocked a run in. And the first pitch to him is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. Really, the Golden Eagles right now have a chance to blow this thing apart. They could really put up some numbers here on Chiba. Chiba has won the first 2 games of this series. Golden Eagles are looking to respond here. The Marines have the infield in. So they're looking to cut a run off at the plate. There's a breaking ball that misses inside. The count is now 2-0 to Shimochi. Our friend Vivid Life said the Orioles were winning until the bottom of the 9th. Oh, that's right. The Baltimore Orioles and the Twins are playing one another. That'd be a hard series to watch. I'm not a big fan of what the Twins are doing right now. They just seem like they're a team that's a bit lost. I mean, they should win the Central Division, but I don't know if they're going to do any more type of damage. There's a fastball that swung on. This ball is belted into the right field corner. 1 run is in as Kobakata has crossed the plate. Here comes the throw in, and it is cut off by the second baseman Nakamura. It is now, a score is 4-0 as Shimochi has doubled. Asamura is going to stop at third. And Kobakata has crossed the plate. It is now 4-0 for the Golden Eagles. Our poor friend Winter Maid, who is in here, is probably reaching for the beer, as I do believe it was 4.5 was the over-under in this one for him. Our friend Josh S says that's 2 days in a row. 2 days in a row that the Twins have probably come back. So the runner at second is Shimauchi. The runner at third is Asamura. The infield is in. The batter is Genji. He is 1 for 2 tonight. He's got a double and an RBI. He's also flown out to center field. There is nobody out here, and the first pitch is a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is 0-1. Genji is hitting 349 on the campaign. He's got 14 RBIs. Our friend Witter Maid says he just lost 2K. He's content with it. I'm glad you're content with it because I'd be ticked. But you got to say, win some, lose some. That's the way it goes sometimes. And here comes the one-strike pitch. It is a breaking ball from Mima taken for a called strike, and the count is now 0-2 to Genji. You win some and you lose some. That's the way it goes sometimes. Mima, ready to go back to work. No balls and 2 strikes to Genji. A strikeout here would be huge for the Marine right-hander. This is going to be pitch number 71 of the ball game. Rah in the house, he says, I got the under at 7.5, and there's a fastball swung on. And this ball is going to be lifted foul down the third base line. Now, is that the 7.5 for the whole ball game, or is this going to be the 7.5 for the first 5 innings? Because if it's for the whole ball game, I'll say this, it might be in trouble right now with one swing of the bat. So no balls and 2 strikes to Genji. Mima holds at the belt. And he's ready to get back up at it. He kicks and delivers. It's a split finger pitch that misses down in the dirt. They appeal down to the third base umpire, but they say he didn't go. It's going to run the count to 1-2. Wintermaid says he still had a did a good job overall. Rah says he's got it for the whole ball game. Well, you better hope that Mima finds a way to wiggle out of this jam here, because 7.5, it's way too early here for them to be giving up a couple of runs here. This game could be 6-0 with one swing of the bat. There's a breaking ball swung on. It is grounded, and it is through the 4-hole into right field. 1 run is in. Here comes the throw to the plate, and this ball is going to be cut off as the runner at second base, Shimauchi, is going to be held at third base. So Asamura scores. It is a base hit for Genji. Shimauchi stops at third, and Asamura scores, and that is going to run the score to 5-0. So Genji has his second hit of the game and his second RBI. And that is going to do it for Mima. The brass for the Chiba Lotte Marines have seen enough. They're going to the bullpen. It is a 5-0 ball game here in the top of the 5th inning. And the Golden Eagles are not done yet with runners on the corners and nobody out. So stick around, everybody. We'll be back in a couple minutes. We got a pitching change. We'll follow back up with you. We are glad y'all are in here listening with us tonight. Here's our friend Dave.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for checking out the game. And Last Raps Baseball. This is Dave's Zero Thought Sports Card. If you like pack openings, baseball, all that good stuff, check us out. Drop a comment on our channel this month to win a mystery pack of cards. All you gotta do is say Last Rap sent you to be entered. And we'll drop a video later on this month announcing the winner. Enjoy the game.
Appreciate everybody being here and listening to our call tonight. They are going to the bullpen, and we'll get you that change in a minute as Manabu Mima is done for the game. He's been knocked around like a piñata. And this one is going to be a pitching change as we do have a new arm coming into the ball game. I'll get you that here in just a moment. We've been having some good stories tonight anyways, as this game may be getting out of hand, and if we do, we'll just keep firing them up. It is going to be a left-hander in the ball game now coming in. This is Toshiya Nakamura. Nakamura is going to be making his 8th appearance of the season. He has 7 1/3 innings pitched. He has given up 10 hits. He has allowed 8 runs, all of which have been earned. He has walked 5 and struck out 6, and he's got a fluffed up ERA at 9.82. So if you have taken the under in this game, start sweating a little bit because they're bringing in a new tomato can into pitch. We're going to see what this guy's going to do. And I hate to say it because we have a good chuckle on this one here, but this young left-hander is about to run into some professional hitters in the Eagles. And of course, his season ERA is a little bit on the roughed up side so far. So Toshiya Nakamura coming in. He is taking over for the right-hander Manabu Mima as he's completing his warm-up tosses. We'll continue to talk a little bit here about some different stuff. We're going to run some things during the week here. We're going to call a lot of MLB games during the week. And we're also looking at probably adding one in tomorrow. Yesterday, when I was telling everybody, I was looking at doing the Guardians and the Yankees in the morning today, and that did not come up to fruition. But I am looking to do the Tigers and the Royals. So Tigers and Royals, probably tomorrow morning. It's Skubal and Singer. Nice pitching matchup. That's going to go at 9 a.m. Pacific time or noon Eastern. Or if you happen to be in France, that's probably going to be about a 7 p.m. first pitch. So maybe we'll catch you tomorrow night there, undrafted player, for yet another ball game. There's a first pitch breaking ball that's taken for a called strike. And the count is 0-1 to Daichi Suzuki. Suzuki today is 0 for 2. He's grounded out to first and he has flown to center. There is still nobody out here in the top of the 5th inning. And here comes the pitch. It is a breaking ball that misses upstairs, and the count is now 1-1. So this young left-hander, a couple of things are going to happen. Either he is going to be able to wiggle himself out of this jam, or this game is just going to go over the top with runs. Sometimes that happens. You got to make a decision when you're down 5-0 where this game is going to go. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball. This ball is swung on. It is belted to deep right field. Racing back on it is the right fielder and the center fielder. It is going to be hauled in by the center fielder, Takabe. And that is going to be deep enough to be a sacrifice fly for Suzuki. He's going to get himself an RBI. It's a sacrifice fly to 8. Shimauchi is going to score. And tagging from second and tagging at first was Ginji. I'm not sure if Ginji is going to tag or not. If he moved up. No, he didn't. He's going to stay exactly where he is. So Ginji will be the runner at first with 1 away. Our friend Winter Maid says, I wish they went to the bullpen 3 runs ago. Well, the way that Hayakawa was pitching for the Golden Eagles, it looked like he wasn't going to make it through the 2nd inning. And yet here it is, the Marine pitcher that gets chased. There's a fastball taken for a called strike to Takara Okajima, and the count is 0-1. Okajima is 0 for 2 tonight. He is still looking for his first hit of the season. He has started 0 for 13. He's waiting on the offering from the left-hander Nakamura, and here it comes. There's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count is 1-1. Our friend Undrafted Player says, I rarely bet my hard-earned money on some sports games. I prefer to spend it on sports cards and collecting that stuff. Well, it's often true. We were talking about it today. As I said, I did the over-under for the first time ever out here, and there's a fastball swung on. This ball is lined down the left field line. That ball is going to go foul. The count is going to be 1-2. For those of you who are on Twitch, we have a bot that's in here. I always get a good kick out of this. They talk about buying followers and primes and viewers. We prefer to grow organically. We don't like to buy our people. We like to entertain you, and hopefully you're entertained by us. And in turn, we like to earn the subs rather than to buy them. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into left center field. Coming hard is the left fielder, and that is Ogino, and he dives, and he can't make the catch, but he does keep the ball in front of him. And Okajima, that's going to be his first hit of the season. It's going to be a single. He can throw the monkey off his back. And that's going to advance Ginji to second. There's runners on first and second with one out, and that's going to bring up the catcher, Hikari Oda. Undrafted player says, which other games are you going to broadcast soon? About the French time zone, you must add 6 hours from the Eastern. Yeah, sorry, it's going to be tomorrow at 6 o'clock your time. We're going to call the Tigers and the Royals likely. Singer against Skubal. Kind of a good pitching matchup. And there's a first pitch breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-0 to Oda. But we are going to put a list of schedule up here. We're going to call a number of games over the next week or so. In fact, probably looking to call about 10 to 12 games over the next week. I've got some time to be able to do it. So hopefully one a day, every day, and sometimes two. There's a breaking ball that misses down. Count is 2-0. The only glitch on that might be on Thursday. If I decide to drive down to Seattle and catch the Mariners and the Blue Jays, thinking about doing that on Thursday evening. It'll be a last-minute game time decision. We'll wait to see what that will bring. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. The count is 2-1. I haven't seen the Mariners play yet this year, and the Blue Jays will be in town, so I want to see what the pitching matchup is on Thursday. If the matchup is a good matchup, I would like to see Logan Gilbert. I wouldn't mind seeing Robbie Ray for the Mariners. For the Blue Jays, obviously Alek Manoah or Kevin Gausman, although Gausman left the game today as he was, I believe, hit on the foot. The comebacker, there's a breaking ball that misses inside, and the count is now 3-1 on Oda. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Oda is 1 for 2 today. He singled his first time up, but it was erased in a double play. He struck out his second time to the plate. So here comes the 3-1 offering from Nakamura. He holds at the belt, he checks the runner, and now he delivers. It's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is now 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Hikari Oda. He's the 8th batter sent to the plate this inning by the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. The runner at second is Ginji. The runner at first is Okajima. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on, and this is lined foul down the third base line. That's going to keep the count at 3 balls and at 2 strikes. Our friend undrafted player says he likes to root for Ty France. Ty France, I believe, was acquired in a trade by the Mariners from the San Diego Padre organization. If I'm not mistaken, he was involved in the Austin Nola trade, who the Padres acquired from the Mariners. And here's the 3-2 offering. It's a fastball that just misses a little bit low. That looked like a pretty good pitch. But Nakamura just missed the pitch, and that is going to give Oda a walk. It's going to load the bases. And that is going to bring up the center fielder Atsuki Muto. So the bases are full of Golden Eagles. This is the 9th hitter they've sent to the plate. Muto is 0 for 2 tonight. He has grounded into a double play and grounded to second. We're here on the top of the 5th inning. The Marines have the infield in. They're looking for a play at the plate. So Muto, who's 0 for 2, he steps in, and the first pitch is a breaking ball that misses for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. And I got to say, home plate umpire, I'm almost to the point where he's squeezing Nakamura. He's the home team pitcher, and he's not giving him much of anything. So here comes the 1-0 pitch. And it is a fastball that catches the inside corner, and the count goes to 1-1. I thought the first pitch looked a lot better than that one. That pitch there was on the inside corner. He missed badly, did Nakamura. The catcher was set up on the outside part of the plate. He had to come reach across. It may have crossed the plate, but it sure didn't make the umpire look good in that call. So here's the 1-1 pitch. There's a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is now 1-2 to Muto. So 1 ball and 2 strikes it is. The left-hander Nakamura ready to deliver again. Here comes the 1-2 offering. He kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into left center field. And coming hard on it is the center fielder as he keeps coming. He catches the ball. It's almost in the infield. The wind is really playing havoc out there, and Takabe just kept coming and coming and coming, and he makes the grab, and that is going to retire Muto for the second out of the inning, to the point where it was almost an infield fly rule. The center fielder, he came a long way to be able to catch it. I think the first base coach is looking for that too. But that is going to bring up the left fielder, Haruki Nishikawa, who started this inning with a triple to lead it off. So Nishikawa steps up to the plate. He is 2 for 3 on the day. He's scored a couple of runs. He's got a double and a triple to his name. So here comes the first offering from the lefty. And it is a breaking ball down in the dirt from Nakamura, and the count is 1-0. So the 10th batter of the plate here for the Golden Eagles. So Nishikawa, who was the player of the month, we talked about this last night. He was the player of the month for the month of March and April. And since then, his batting average has just been a roller coaster nosedive, going right to the ground. He's really, really struggled. There's a fastball that misses down, and the count is now 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. 6-0 here for the Golden Eagles in the top of the 5th inning, and there is a fastball that misses down. A nice block by the catcher, Matsukawa. It's going to run the count now to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Our friend Vivid Life says, I use money I won on FanDuel for my betting. That keeps you interested sometimes. I throw it around every once in a while. As I said today, I played the over-under for the first time on the sports betting that we have out here. I did not have a successful day. There is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is now 2-1. Check that, 3-1 to Nishikawa. I had it at 2-1. So they've got it at 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Nishikawa waggles the bat. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball that misses down, and that is ball 4. That is going to walk in a run. Run number 7 is going to come in. Boy, oh boy, if you're Iguchi, he's probably not happy over there. That pitch was pretty close. As I said, you're getting squeezed pretty good here by the home plate umpire. It's going to reload the bases, and that's going to bring up Hirado Kobakata. For Kobakata, he is already tripled in the inning and scored a run. He's also got a sacrifice hit, and he's lined to the shortstop. He's officially 1 for 2 on the day. He's also got a stolen base. So Kobakata, left-handed batter facing the lefty for the first time today. Nakamura, and here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. This ball is popped up in the air in shallow left field. Coming in on it is the left fielder, Ogino. He's going to make the catch, and that is going to do it as Kobakata is retired. They send 11 batters to the plate here in the 5th inning. They score 5 runs in the inning to the Golden Eagles. They had themselves 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. Just counting the walks here as well. I got them for 5 hits, so 5 runs on 5 hits. There were no errors and 3 runners left aboard. We are now through 4.5 innings. It is the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles 7, the Chiba Lotte Marines nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple minutes with the call. Just after this, we're glad you guys could be here.
Domo arigato. Sorry if I mispronounced that. I'm new at this. Thank you for watching Last Raps Baseball. Tell all your friends and family to come check him out, ask some questions during the telecast, and give him a good sub and a thumbs up. And this is Steve coming back at you, and some new things on my channel. Star Wars figures that everybody likes. We have Mad magazines from the 1970s. We try to avoid the Noid. And for your pleasure, once in a while, we can open up Michael Jackson if you want, the cards. We have Elvis. We have Sadahar O. We love everything that is everything, so we even have the Beatles fighting with lightsabers. Look at that, John and George. Once in a while, we'll even have my brother take over my channel on a Tuesday. So once again, everybody tell your friends, come see Freddie at Last Raps Baseball. And right now, I'm going to kick it right back to you, Freddie.
Thanks again, Steve. We are back for the live action as Hayakawa is going to be facing Ko Matsukawa. And the first pitch he delivers is a fastball that is swung on, that is lifted into deep right field. Moving over underneath it is the right fielder Okajima, and he's going to make the catch. So with one pitch, there is one away here in the bottom of the fifth inning. That is going to bring up the top of the order, Takashi Ojino. My friend Living Room asks a couple of questions. He says, any Elmwood casino stories? I have none because that was a little bit before my time. And here comes the first offering to Ojino, and that is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So here comes Hayakawa back to work again. Hayakawa's at 81 pitches. I would think that maybe he's got one more inning of work left in him. There's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted down the right field line, but it's going to drift into the seats, and that is going to run the count now to 0-2 to Ojino. Ojino will be followed by Takabe here in the Lotte Marines, Chiba Lotte Marines, fifth inning. The other one is the favorite Saturday Night Live skit. We have a couple of those, but some of those I don't know if they are necessarily kid-rated. There's a fastball that is swung on, and it is lifted into right field, and camping out underneath it is the right fielder Ojino, and he's going to make the catch. So 2 up and 2 away. Our friend Undrafted Player says he's going to be tapping out for a bit here, and hopefully you can come on back for the game noon Eastern. It would be great to have you in the house. We're glad you stopped in. We appreciate it. Hopefully you're off and enjoying some beautiful day in the garden in France. There's a fastball delivered to Takabe. It is taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. We appreciate you for your support of our channel. Takabe is 1 for 2 today. He's got a single and a ground out. And there is a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count now goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to Takabe. Takabe waggles the bat, and he's ready to go back to work. Here comes the 0-2 offering from Hayakawa, who kicks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count remains at 0-2. We are going to give the, as I like to call, the Japanese halftime, and we'll give you the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll take a peek and see what's going on across the NPB, as it is a 7-0 ball game here for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. Here's the pitch from Hayakawa. It's a fastball that misses down, and the count is now 1-2. As I said, the home plate umpire tonight is strike zone, although that one was a good call. A little bit dicey. It's not been one of the more crisper games that we've seen officiated. So 1 ball and 2 strikes it is to Takabe, and here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on. It is lifted into shallow right center field. Coming in on it is the right fielder Okajima. He's going to put it away. He does all the work here in the 5th inning. Makes all the catches, and that is going to do it. They go quietly to the Marines in their half of the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. Come on back, everybody. In a couple minutes, we're going to be here as the cheerleaders are running in. We are going to give you guys the updated scoreboard from out of town. Hold tight. We'll be right with you.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP Cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have lira. We have yen. We have francs. We have pounds. We have Deutschmarks. We have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OP-Chi baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and your support of our channel. And in turn, we like to support Steve Rademacher. After the game, be sure to go check him out. We have our proverbial Japanese halftime. The Chiba Lotte Marines have their cheerleaders out, and they are trying to get the crowd going. And we are going to give you guys the out-of-town scoreboard as we get a chance to take a peek at all the games that are going on around the NPB right now. There's two games going on in the Central League. It is the Yomiuri Giants 5, the Hiroshima Carp 3. That game is in the top of the 7th. The Yomiuri Giants scored 2 in the top of the 7th. The Carp are trying to sweep the Giants in that series. And the Giants are trying to hang on here. It was the Carp who jumped off to a 3-0 lead in the 4th inning. But the Giants have chipped away with 1 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, and 2 in the 7th. And they now hold the lead in the bottom of the 7th inning against the Hiroshima Carp. In the top of the 8th inning, it is a 3-0 lead for the Hanshin Tigers over the Chinichi Dragons. 3-3-0 for the Tigers, 0-7-0 for the Dragons. That is in the top of the 8th. The only other game in the NPB, it's a late start. It is going to be at 5 a.m. Eastern Time, 2 a.m. Pacific here on the west coast of Canada and the United States. Or it is also 5 a.m. Eastern Time. As we said, that is going to be between the Yokohama Bay Stars and the Tokyo Yakult Swallows. There is a final in the Pacific League. The Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks shut out the Saitama Cebu Lions 3-0. That was one of the early starts. 3-6-0 for the Hawks, 0-1-0 for the Lions. It was Ishikawa getting the win. He goes to 3-3. Yoza takes the loss. He's 5-3. Shudo hit a home run for Fukuoka, his 3rd of the year. They pick up the win and keep in first place. The Oryx Buffaloes knocked off the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters 3-2. 3-5-0 for Oryx, 2-6-0 for the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters. Game's in the bottom of the 6th inning. Of course, the game that you're listening to here, the Tohoku Rakuten Eagles with a 5 spot in the 5th, have exploded out to a 7-0 lead here against the Chiba Lotte Marines. So this one here is ready to get back into live action in just a couple moments as Nakamura is completing his warm-up tosses. And we're ready to get this one back underway. We do appreciate all you guys who had popped in here to listen to this game, but the game is running at a bit of a spread right now, so that's the way she is. We'll keep you entertained with all that other stuff that we can talk about. So this is going to bring to the plate the 3, 4, and 5 hitters in the order for the Golden Eagles. It'll be Hideo Asamura, Hiroki Shimochi, and Ginji. To get things going, in the first pitch from Nakamura is a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Nakamura is on in relief here as he came in to replace the starter Mima. There's a fastball that just misses inside, and the count is 1-1. Boy, oh boy, some of these pitches here that we have seen are just ever so close. There's a fastball that misses down, and the count is now 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Asamura. The lefty Nakamura goes back to work, and there's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into right field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Asamura has got himself a single. That is the 4th time tonight he has been on base. It's his 2nd hit. So he has got himself a single, and that is going to bring up the designated hitter, Hiroki Shimochi. For Shimochi on the evening, he is 2 for 2. He's got himself a single, a double. He scored a run, and he hit a sacrifice fly where he knocked the run in. So Shimauchi steps up to the plate. And here's the first offering. It is a fastball swung on. It is grounded down the left field line. It is fair. Racing over to get it is the left fielder, Ogino. And he fields it. He throws it back in behind the runner. And it is going to keep Asamura at second base. It was a very gutsy play to do that, as he thought that maybe he could have got Asamura sleeping, but it is a base hit for Shimauchi, a single. Great job by the left fielder, Ogino, to cut it off in the corner to keep everything in front, but that's going to put runners at first and second with nobody out. And it's going to bring the first baseman, Genji, to the plate. So Genji tonight has had himself a good ball game. He is 2 for 3. He's got a single, a double, and a couple RBIs. And there's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Genji. Genji had that base hit in the 5th inning that knocked in a run. He has been very productive tonight. Here comes the offering to Genji. It's a fastball swung on. This is grounded over to the shortstop. They go to second for 1, but they're not going to be able to go back to first. It's going to be a fielder's choice. It's going to erase Shimauchi 6-4. It'll advance Asamura to third. And Genji is safe on the backside, as he has reached on that fielder's choice. That'll bring up Daichi Suzuki to the plate. For Suzuki, he is 0 for 2 tonight. He's grounded out and he's flown out. He also hit a sacrifice fly to center field his last time up, knocking in a run. It was his 11th RBI of the season. So Suzuki, another left-handed veteran bat in the lineup, steps up to the plate, and he's ready on the first offering from the left-hander Nakamura. And there is a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Don't know what's more exciting, us calling the game or watching some of our YouTube shorts collect some view time. We've done a couple of shorts today. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is now 2 balls and no strikes to Suzuki. We enjoy making those little videos. We got a couple of informational ones coming up. We've got one on Spencer Strider, who is the pitcher for the Atlanta Braves. He got an outstanding outing today. We're hoping to get that one done, maybe even tonight. So here comes the 2-0 offering to Suzuki. It's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 3-0. We were talking about this left-hander Nakamura getting squeezed. There are some really tough pitches that are not going his way. That's another one. So 3 balls and no strikes. And here comes the offering from the lefty Nakamura, and there's a fastball that misses down. And that is going to be ball 4 to Suzuki. It's going to load the bases. Suzuki now is the runner at first. Genji goes on to second. Asamura is the runner at third. There is 1 away. And that is going to bring up the right fielder, Takiro Okajima. For Okajima, he is 1 for 3 tonight. He got his first hit of the season his last time up. He now has a batting average of .071. He went 13 at-bats without getting a knock. Now he's got 1 under his belt. So Okajima steps in from the left side, and he's facing the lefty, and there's a fastball swung on. It is grounded up the middle. It's a base hit into center field. 1 run is in. Rounding third, and the ball is going to be cut off. And that is going to change the score to 8-0, and the bases are still going to be loaded. So Okajima has got himself a single and an RBI. It advances Suzuki to second. It moves Genji to third. It scores Asamura. And the score is now 8-0 for the Golden Eagles. They are flapping their wings here in Chiba. So this is one way to stop a 2-game streak here And a salvage win is by putting up an 8 spot. But by the looks of it, the Eagles are not done yet. Here comes Hirokari Oka to the plate. And the first pitch to Oka is a breaking ball that's taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. For Oka tonight, he is officially 1 for 2. He's got a single. He's struck out, and he's also walked. So Oka waggles the bat. He's waiting on the offering from the lefty, Nakamura, who kicks and delivers. It's a fastball taken for a called strike. And now the count is 0-2. That pitch is in a very similar location to where he wasn't getting the call a couple of moments ago when he had to deliver those pitches to Daichi Suzuki. So no balls and 2 strikes to Oda. Our friend in the living room asks, have I seen any good concerts in Windsor's, and if so, what venues? And here comes the pitch. It is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is now 1-2. Well, to be honest with you, I don't think I've really seen any concerts in Windsor worth talking about. But in Detroit, that's another story. There used to be a place in downtown Detroit called St. Andrew's Hall. And underneath it, they had something called The Shelter. And I've seen concerts in both of those locations. There's a fastball that is swung on and missed. And Oda is retired on strikes. He's gone for out number 2 here in the 6th inning. It's going to leave it up to the center fielder Atsuki Muto. So a concert I saw that I really enjoyed probably the most at the Shelter would have been Billy Talent. I saw Billy Talent about maybe 15 years ago, maybe a little more. 17 years ago. That was when they were right in their peak. Saw Billy Talent, and the other concert I saw was underneath. I saw the Sam Roberts Band. That was kind of cool. There's a first pitch fastball swung on. This ball is belted into right field. It's going to get down for a base hit. 1 run is in. And now coming in to score is the second run as Daichi Suzuki scores from second. That's 2 more runs on the board for the Golden Eagles. It is a single for Muto. It sends Okajima all the way around to third. The Golden Eagles have runners on the corners. And the score is now 10-0 for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles here in the 6th inning. So keep them coming, living room. We got all kinds of time now on our hands as the score is 10-0. Stories may be more entertaining the game at this point. So that is 2 RBIs for Muto. And that is going to bring up the top of the order. That's going to bring up Haruki Nishikawa. And I'll have to keep my eyes peeled here because we are going to be on the lookout for some changes. There's a fastball that is delivered to Nishikawa that's taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. We needed that call a couple of innings ago because that pitch there looked like it was inside. So 0-1 to Nishikawa. Nishikawa tonight is 2 for 3. He's got a double, a triple. He's flown out, and he's also walked. He's scored a couple of times. And here comes the pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted down the line. It's playable, and Yasuda makes the catch on the run with his back to the infield. And that is going to do it for out number 3. Where is that out number 3? That is out number 3. And that is going to be it for the Eagles here in their half of the 6th inning. So for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles, they got 3 runs in the inning on the benefit of 3 hits. There was no errors, and there were 2 runners left aboard. We are now going to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is a 10-0 ball game. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments. Glad you guys are with us. 10-0. We got all kinds of stories coming up here, just a few. Here's our friend Matt.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's another Hollis build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
We definitely appreciate you, Matt, and we are back here to give you the top of the sixth inning. It is amazing to me that the left-hander Hayakawa is still in the ball game. 51 pitches in the first two innings, and he has survived, whereas Manabu Mima is long gone. It is going to be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters in the batting order, and it is Shogo Nakamura. It takes a first pitch breaking ball over for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So it's Nakamura, Yasuda, and Yamaguchi. 3, 4, and 5 in the Chiba batting order, and there's a fastball swung on. This ball is belted into left field. Racing over to his left is the left fielder Nishikawa. He makes the catch on the run. And that is going to retire Nakamura for the first out of the inning. 1 up and 1 away, and that'll bring up the third baseman Hisanori Yasuda. We were telling some stories earlier about some different things. The living room says he saw the Tragically Hip twice at the casino. Such a great live band for that venue. Here's the first pitch. It's a fastball swung on. It is grounded through the 6-hole into left field. And Yasuda's got himself his second hit of the ball game. He had doubled earlier, and now he's got a single here, and that is going to bring up the first baseman Koki Yamaguchi. I saw the Tragically Hip actually at Shane Park in downtown Detroit. If you ever are standing at the foot of Valletta Avenue and you're taking a look across at the Renaissance Center, and you look to the right, which is east, there's like a bubble. It's a amphitheater, and Shane Park was there. We saw it was at Crash Vegas and the Tragically Hip. There's a fastball swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. It was one of the more fun nights I had. We're talking about the ladies earlier on. I had a friend of mine, and we got our tickets at Dr. Disc in downtown Windsor for $2 a ticket. And I went with 4 young ladies that I went to school with, myself and 4 other gals. It was a good time. The ratio was definitely in my favor. There's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count goes even at 1-1. So the Tragically Hip, there was the backdrop. You got people on the boats that were sitting in behind. You could see on the Detroit River listening to the concert. Great act were the Hip. I never saw the Hip again until I was in Chicago at the House of Blues. What a great venue for concerts in Chicago. If you ever get a chance to go to the House of Blues, only concert I've ever seen there. Tragically Hip in concert. That would have been probably back in about 2009. 2008. So here comes the 2-1 offering. There is a fastball that is swung on and missed, and the count now is 2-2 to Yamaguchi. So those were probably the ones that I liked the best. Out here, I haven't seen a ton of concerts out here. I did see a few a little bit. I saw Arctic Monkeys out here. That was a fun concert. I was at the Orpheum Theater in downtown Vancouver. So 2 balls and 2 strikes, and there's a fastball swung on. It is grounded over to short. They flip it to second for 1, back to first, and that is going to be a double play. That's going to be the 6-4-3 variety, as Yamaguchi has grounded into the double play. It erases Yasuda at second, and that is going to do it here for the Marines in their half of the 6th inning. There were no runs in the inning. There was 1 hit. There were no errors and nobody left on base. We are now through 6 complete. It is the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles 10. The Chiba Lotte Marines nothing. Stick around. The living room has got all kinds of questions. We're doing our best to answer it. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back after this once again. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the top of the 7th inning. It is going to be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the batting order for the Golden Eagles. Scheduled to come to bat is Hiroto Kobakata, Hideto Asamura, and Hiroki Shimauchi. We've been chatting with the chat here for most of the night, and more so now that the spread of the game has stretched out a little bit. We're talking about concerts in the Windsor and Detroit area and places that we had been to or I had been to at one point in time. Also, what was pretty good is I got a chance to see some boxing at old Windsor Arena. Windsor Arena, we saw the Kronk Gym come and fight one night. It was the old Thomas Hearn days, and Hilmer Kenty was where Emmanuel Stewart, that was his gym in Detroit. And so it is some good stuff. You got a chance to see some good young boxers out of the Kronk Gym. Of course, the Kronk Gym doesn't exist anymore in downtown Detroit. I'm going to check and see if we have a pitching change for the Marines. They had a young left-hander, Nakamura, who was out there, but now they have a change. It is going to be Yagi coming into the game. We are going to get you the specs on him in just a moment. As they are going to the bullpen are the Chiba Lotte Marines. So Yagi, who is entering the ball game, this is Akira Yagi. He is going to be appearing in his 11th game of the season. He's worked 10 and 2/3 innings, given up 11 hits, 3 walks. He struck out 14. And the first pitch he delivers to Kobakata is a fastball that misses up and away for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. There are going to be some defensive changes, and we'll have to catch up with those as they come along. And there's a fastball swung on. This ball is belted into deep right field, racing back onto the warning track and making the catch as he slams in against the wall. It is the right fielder, Oka. What a great play by him. And he is taking away a well-struck ball. Or did it? Was he able to hang on with the catch? We're going to have to take a look and see. Kobakata sent that ball a ways, and it looks like Kobakata is going to be reaching second base as Oka was not able to hang on. He's going to have himself a double as he slammed into the fence. We're going to get that one again on the replay. This ball was absolutely scorched. And Oka races all the way back. He reaches up, and he can't hang on to the ball. He has to get up and make the play and throw it back in. Here is the extra play on the replay. A double for Kobakata. And that is going to bring up the second baseman, Hideto Asamura. For Asamura tonight, he has been on base all 4 times he's come to the plate. He's 2 for 2. He's also scored 3 runs, and here comes the offering now from Yagi. The pitch is a breaking ball that misses upstairs. The count now goes to 2-0 to Asamura. So Akira Yagi is in, and he got welcomed rudely with that first hit. Asamura waits on the offering here from the right-hander. There is a fastball that's taken for a called strike, and the count is now 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Asamura. Our friend the living room said it would be a good venue for boxing. Yeah, Windsor Arena was. Is Windsor Arena even still standing right now? That's the question I have. I heard last time they were using it to store salt. There's a fastball that is swung on and fouled away. I got a chance as a kid. I didn't play a lot of hockey, but I played a few games in my Pee-wee year there at Windsor Arena. And I always had, every time I played at Windsor Arena, I always had a great game. I remember scoring a goal as a Pee-wee player. We were playing a team out of Bell River. I think it was Bell River. There's a split finger pitch down in the dirt. It gets away from the catcher, Matsukawa, and he finally finds it and picks it up, and that's going to run the count to 3-2. I always remember that game as a kid. I think I was just turned 13 years old and showed up to the rink and forgot my cup. And then they told me I was going to be playing center. Normally I was a defenseman. Ended up, we were losing the game 1-0, and I scored a goal with 1 second left on the clock in the third period. Tie the game up at 1. There is a pitch that's down in the dirt, and that is going to be ball 4 to Asamura. And he is aboard with a walk, and that is going to bring up the designated hitter, Hiroki Shimauchi. See, the living room says they're fighting to demolish it or to keep it, and yet while they're doing it, it still stands. So that is going to be the end of the day for Asamura. He is going to be replaced by a pinch runner. We'll have to get you the substitutes as they move along here. And some of the cases, I don't know who all some of these players are. They're digging into the depth of the bench to get some players some action. This is Murray Biashi. Itsuki Murray Biashi in to run for Asamura. And the first pitch fastball that misses outside, and the count is 1-0 to Shimochi. For Shimochi today, he is 3 for 4. He's actually 3 for 3. He's got 2 singles, a double. He's got a sacrifice fly. He's knocked in a run. He's having himself a day. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball that misses up and away, and the count is now 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Shimochi waiting on the offering from the right-hander Yagi, and there's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 2 balls and 1 strike. So this is, right now, there are fights by the bat rack. The Golden Eagle players are literally battling to get to the plate. They can't wait to face the Chiba pitching tonight. It is 10-0 here on the top of the 7th. There is a fastball swung on. It has popped up down the third base side. Racing over is Yasuda. He's got room. He makes the catch. And that is going to retire Shimochi for the first time this evening. He actually had a sac fly, but he is gone for an unproductive out for out number 1. And that is going to bring up Ginji. So Ginji steps up to the plate. He is 2 for 4 tonight. He has scored a couple of runs. He's driven in a couple of runs. He bats from the left side against the right-handed thrower Yagi. And here comes the pitch. It's a fastball that misses up high, and the count is 1-0. The living room says the Carp can't get out of their own way. Well, the Carp look like they've tied it up there in the 7th, and then they've given up the run in the 8th. There's a split finger pitch that misses down, and the count is now 2-0 to Genji. Nice stop by the catcher Matsukawa. From the living room, who is there, I'm going to be heading back. I've officially booked my flights. I'm going to be heading back on the 26th, arriving in Detroit on the 27th, and then departing back on the 6th. So we're going to have to try to find a way to get some blitzball going. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is now 2-1 to Ginji. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Right-hander against the left-hander. Yagi gets his sign from his catcher Matsukawa, and he's ready to go back to work. And there's a fastball swung on. This ball is belted into deep right center field. Moving over on it is the right fielder Oka. He's going to make the catch. The runners are going to hold, and that is going to retire Ginji for the second out of the inning. And that is going to bring up Daichi Suzuki. So Suzuki tonight is officially 0 for 2. He's grounded out and flown to center. He had a sacrifice fly where he knocked in a run. And he also walked and scored a run his last time up. His average has dipped to 236 on the season. He digs in, and he's ready to face the offering from Yagi. There's 2 out here in the top of the 7th inning. And Yagi delivers. It is a split finger pitch that misses down, and the count is 1-0. There's still a lot of baseball left in this one. So 1 ball and no strikes. And again, the right-hander Yagi holds at the belt, and now he kicks and fires. It's a fastball swung on and grounded foul over on the first base side. It's going to run the count even to 1-1. We almost want to do a channel surfing game one night where we're doing a multitude of teams. This one here is obviously when the game gets out of hand, it always presents a bit of a problem. Here's the pitch from Yagi. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. The count is 1-2. I got to stay, but the audience can go. Wish we could go with you, though. That's the problem. Living Room says he's been playing, but the last time they went, he accidentally filmed the sky. And that will be a bit of a challenge. There's 1 ball and 2 strikes. There's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is now 2-2. Just want to know if they've got any left-handed throwers in the blitzball game, or if you're all a bunch of righties. I'll have to get on the mound and start throwing right-handed and then start throwing left-handed at you. See which one's going to get you out quicker. So here comes the 2-2 pitch. And there is a breaking ball that misses down and in, and the count is now 3-2. This is all about game management. You watch the umpire here behind the plate, and that is going to be interesting. Our living room says there are many lefties. Well, that's good. I'm going to have to get my left-hand in shape so we can face you guys as a lefty. Lefty-lefty matchups. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. 7 weeks of being on the field for about 20 hours a week. Gives me 140 hours of time. Get that left hand ready to go. Here's a fastball swung on. This ball is grounded through the 6-hole into left field. That ball is going to score Kobakata from second base. It's a base hit single for Suzuki. Stopping at second is Asamura. That's going to increase the score to 11-0. And the Golden Eagles are piling it on here in the top of the 7th inning. And we have ourselves a 11-0 ball game. I wonder what the record is for most runs in a ball game in the NPB in a single game. Now that would be exciting. Can they get to a 20 spot? So that's going to bring up Takeru Okajima, who started the season 0 for 13, and now he's got 2 hits in a row. Takes a breaking ball over for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. His last at bat, he knocked in a run in as he hit a ground ball into center field for a base hit, driving in a run. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball swung on and fouled away. The count is now 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. So Okajima waiting on the offering from the right-hander Yagi. And here comes the 0-2 pitch. It is a split finger pitch swung on and missed. Okajima has gone on strikes for the 3rd out of the inning, but more runs have been added. There was 1 run in the inning on the benefit of 2 hits. There were no errors, and there were 2 runners left aboard. We are now through 6.5. It is the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles 11, the Chiba Lotte Marines nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be right back with the call in just a couple moments. We're glad you guys are with you. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back after this to hopefully wake us back up. Hear those cheerleaders again. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be scheduled to come to Brandon Laird, Hiromi Oka, and Kenta Chitani. We're going to see exactly if that is who is coming up. The Marines have their lucky seventh inning going on. They've got young cheerleaders out there, young schoolgirls who are out there with their main cheer squad, trying to get the crowd something to cheer about. There's not a big crowd today in Chiba. In fact, there's a lot of empty seats. The lights are on. But as of right now, as we go to the bottom of the seventh inning, the lights have been punched out. Francisco Ortiz Bravo steps in and he says, I won $2,500. Go Eagles. Congratulations, Francisco. That's a pretty good night at the office. They do have a pitching change here for the Golden Eagles as they are bringing a left-hander into the game. Oh, no pitching change. Sorry, Hayakawa is still staying in there. We were going to the bullpen, but no, he stays in for the seventh. Remember, he was at 51 pitches through the first two innings. He's at 96 pitches through 6. They're going to continue to ride him out here. It is going to be Brandon Laird, Oka, and Chitani here to face him in the 7th. You would have never have guessed that he'd even be in the ballgame past the 5th inning after that first 2 innings start. There's a first pitch fastball that misses down on the way, and the count is 1-0 to Laird. Living Room asked the question if Francisco Ortiz Bravo, if he's buying the next round. There's a fastball swung on. This is popped up into left center field. Moving over on it is Nishikawa. He's going to make the catch. And that is going to retire Laird for out number 1. That's going to bring up Hiromi Oka. Well, I would think Francisco would probably be the first one to acknowledge that he would probably be tapping in a pint for everybody. But remember, what comes around goes around, and everybody else comes their way. They have to make sure they take care of them as well. So Oka steps up to the plate. He is 1 for 1 tonight. He doubled in the 2nd inning, and he walked in the 4th. And here is the pitch from Hayakawa. It is a fastball swung on. This ball is driven deep to right field. Moving back on it is the right fielder, Okajima, and he's going to watch that sail into the seats. There goes the shutout for Hayakawa. That is a home run for Oka. And the score, they've cut into the lead. Look out now. The Marines are coming back. The score is 11-1. Our friend Wintermaid, that's probably where your money went, Wintermaid, over to Francisco Ortiz Bravo. He took your money. There's a first pitch fastball delivered to Chitani, and this ball is a single driven into left field, and it is a base hit. So they're trying to get that extra inning out of Hayakawa here, and it's turning into a bit of a piñata here in this inning. He's got 1 out and a home run and a single now. It's going to bring up the catcher, Ko Matsukawa. That's the way it goes sometimes when you're having to place the bets. You win some, you lose some, as they say, and it's kind of like this game here. It's an 11-1 ball game. So Chitani is the runner at first. There is 1 gone, and it's going to bring up Matsukawa to the plate. He is 0 for 2 tonight. He has flown out to right field both his times up. And here comes the first offering from the lefty Hayakawa. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. The count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. I always love those hit and runs where Francisco Ortiz Bravo bounces in to let us know that he made a few bucks on the game. Then he bounces out. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is now 0-2. At least Wintermaid hangs around, and he tells us when he wins and when he loses. He's around for all the entertaining chat. So here comes the 0-2 offering. And there's the pitch. It is a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is now 1-2. It's kind of like a hit and run. Or a dine and dash, maybe. Maybe that's the better way to put it. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. And here's the offering. It is a fastball swung on. It's grounded over to second. They flip it to the shortstop covering second for 1. Back to first. It's going to be a 4-6-3 double play, and that is going to end the inning here in the 7th for the Marines. But the Marines get one back. They've cut into the lead, as that is a 4-6-3 double play. They got one run in the inning on 2 hits. There were no errors and nobody left the board. We are now through 7 complete. And that is a 11-1 ball game here through 7 innings. And we got a bunch of speed racing going on outside, it looks like. We'll be right back in just a minute, everybody. We'll be back for the top of the 8th. Our friend Winner Maid is just that loyal, and we appreciate that. So here we go. Here is something for you. This is our friend Dave.
Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the game and Last Raps Baseball. This is Dave's Zero Thought Sports Card. If you like pack openings, baseball, all that good stuff, check us out. Drop a comment on our channel this month to win a mystery pack of cards. All you gotta do is say Last Rap sent you to be entered. And we'll drop a video later on this month announcing the winner. Enjoy the game.
Appreciate you, Dave, and your support of our channel. And in turn, we like to support Dave. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments after this. Welcome back, everybody. We are now moving to the top of the 8th inning. It is going to be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters coming back for the Eagles. Yagi is still on the mound for the Marines, and the first pitch is a fastball delivered to Hikari Otiga, which is going to miss upstairs for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. There's another fastball that misses up and in, and the count is now 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes to Oda. Yagi not wasting any time. He's getting the ball and he's going to work. He's got a date after the game or something. There's a fastball that is taken down the middle for a called strike, and the count is now 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. The right-hander goes back to work. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on, and this is lifted foul down the right field line. It's going to reach the seats, and the count now goes to 2-2 on Oda. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Atsuki Muto is waiting his turn on deck. Then we'll turn it over to the top of the batting order. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. There is a fastball that is swung on and missed. Oda is gone on strikes for the third time tonight, actually. He is out number 1 here in the 8th inning, and that will bring up the center fielder Atsuki Muto. So it looks like we're going to finish the night off just as we started it, as we're going to be talking to ourselves a little bit. As we said, this game is an 11-1 scoreline. Unfortunately, that is the way it flies. And here comes the pitch. It is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is quickly 0-1. This is the fella who came in for Muto. Or no, this is Muto at the plate. Check that. There's a fastball that misses up to Muto, and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Muto batting from the left side against the right-hander Yagi. Here's the 1-1 pitch. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count now goes to 1-2. The Marine fans are still hanging in there. They're a hardy lot. This was Kansas City. It would be long gone by now. But they are sticking around with their group here. Here comes the 1-2 offering. There's a fastball swung on. This is going to be lifted foul down the third base line. It's going to reach the seats. It's going to keep the count at 1-2 to Muto. We just can't catch a break with the ball games here. I would have thought that for sure we would have seen this one here be a much tighter game. We didn't expect the blowout in this one. There's a fastball that swung on and fouled away. Count is 1-2. I was asked earlier on which one I thought was going to win, and I would have hedged my bets toward the Golden Eagles, but I wouldn't have expected a blowout. It's exactly what we have here. So 1-2 to Muto. The right-hander Yagi gets the sign from his catcher, and now he's ready to go to work. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on and fouled away. That's going to keep the count at 1-2. So 1-2. We will check the out-of-town scoreboard as other games are starting to close in on their finales. There is a split finger pitch down in the dirt, and that's going to run the count now to 2-2 on Muto. Looks like the Yomiuri Giants are going to polish off the Hiroshima Carp. Carp are still going to have a chance to bat in the bottom of the ninth. The Giants have extended their lead to 7-5 over the Carp. The back end of the bullpen is in question for the Carp after this one. There's a fastball swung on, and this is lifted foul down the third base line. The count remains at 2-2. This is turning into a good at-bat for Muto. This is about to be the ninth pitch that he's going to see from Yagi. So here comes the 2-2 offering. Yagi kicks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on. This ball is belted into right field. It's going to get into the corner. It's going to be extra bases for Muto. He's digging for two, and he's going to be held up at second base with a double. So a one-out double for Muto. And that is scheduled to bring up the left fielder Nishikawa, but we'll wait and see exactly who that is. Nishikawa is going to stay in the ballgame. Right now, he still is. We have to take a look and see what we have. We have some changes. It is Nishikawa coming in. He's 2 for 4 on the evening. He's got himself an RBI and a walk. He's raised his season average to 224. Yagi checks the runner Muto at second, and he delivers a fastball that swung on and fouled away. The count is quickly 0-1 to Nishikawa. It was the 16th hit of the ball game for the Golden Eagles. Boy, did they need that. So 1 strike it is to Nishikawa. He waits on the righty Yagi, who delivers a fastball that swung on and missed, and the count is now 0-2. Something that I see in the Japanese League. I've got the living room in here. He says, the Gold Eagles are turning into the Cubs for me. I can't bet with them. I can't bet for them. Just have to stay away. Well, the Golden Eagles are definitely, it's been a Jekyll and Hyde type of season for them. They had that big winning streak. I just couldn't seem to lose anything, and then everybody's kind of caught back up to them. There's a fastball that's down in the dirt. It's going to run the count to 1-2. It's unfortunate. So 1-2 to Nishikawa. The Golden Eagle fans are certainly in a festive mood. They got the claps and the chants going. So here comes the 1-2 offering. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. It is grounded over to second. It's fielded neatly by the second baseman, who throws it over to first. I was going to say it was Nakamura, but I believe Nakamura is out. It is Miki who is in the game now for him at second base. And it looks like we're going to get ourselves a pitching change. Why, Tadeguchi, are you doing this to us in the middle of an inning? Don't you want to go home? That's going to go down as a ground out 4-3 for out number 2. Muto is going to advance to third. And we are going to get ourselves a new arm here coming in. And that will be the end of the rope for Yagi, so to speak. So stick around, everybody. Well, you got a pitching change, and we'll come back and chat with the chat. Our friend in the living room asks about Roberto Osuna. I'll come back and talk about him. He was impressive last night. Hang tight, everybody. I need to get myself a drink because this one here, we have a pitching change. Here's Steve.
Hello, and we'll be right back to Last Reps Baseball after this brief message from me, Steve Rademacher. Thank you all for watching my channel and supporting me. Thank you all for supporting Freddie in Last Reps Baseball. He does an awesome job commentating. And to show you some more stuff that you could see on my channel, we have shiny Pokemon cards. We have Hall of Fame quarterbacks like Brett Favre. We have Bo Jackson playing baseball. That's right. That's his rookie card. Very nice. We even have gold. We have gold. We have wrestlers. That's Rowdy Piper. And yes, we even have Jason Stokes and many ways to destroy him. So now, thank you again. Back to your regular program with your host, Last Reps Baseball.
Welcome back, everybody. We do have a pitching change. It is going to be Kenta Onuma coming in for the Chiba Lotte Marines. It's going to be his 19th appearance of the year. He is 1-1 on the season. He's worked 21 2/3 innings. He's allowed 20 hits, 11 walks. He's struck out 14. Conceded 9 runs, 8 of which have been earned for an ERA of 3.32. So Kenta Onuma coming in. He is going to be the 4th pitcher used by the Marines this evening. So Onuma is in, and Yagi is out, and he is going to be facing the shortstop Hiroto Kobakata, who's had another solid game today. Our friend in the living room asked the question. He says, what can you tell me about Roberto Osuna last night? And all I can say about Roberto Osuna is that they should probably pick up the phone, a major league team, and give him a call because he was absolutely outstanding. So here comes Kobakata to the plate to face Onuma. Kobakata, this is going to be his 6th plate appearance of the evening. There's a split finger pitch that misses down and in, and the count is 1-0. For Kobakata tonight, he has tripled, he has doubled, he's popped to short, he has flown to left, and he had a sacrifice bunt and stole a base. So he has been very active on the evening. 1 ball and no strikes to Kobakata, and there's a fastball swung on and fouled away. The count now goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. And we have a 1 ball and 1 count count to Kobakata, and there's a fastball swung on. It is popped up softly into left field. Moving over underneath it is the left fielder. It is going to be made the catch. And that's normally Ogino, but they've made the substitution, and that is going to retire Kobakata. Now he is going to be gone for the 3rd out of the inning. So they had no runs on 1 hit. The Golden Eagles, there was no errors and nobody left aboard. We are now moving to the bottom of the 8th inning. It is Chiba trailing 11-1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a moment with the call of the bottom of the 8th inning. 11-1 ball game. We got a lot of stuff to get going here. And our friend in the living room, if you're still in the house, I'll come back and tell you about Osuna in just a couple moments. Hang tight, everybody. Here is another Hall of Fame memory. Welcome back, everybody. We appreciate Josh S. for being here. He says, thanks for being on Twitch, too. It's great for mobile with their pop-out player. Looked at possibility of doing stuff on Twitter as well. There is a Twitter feed, but I'm not sure how the call of that would go. I have everything all set up for that, but I know that they've got some stuff that's there. I just don't know if that's something that we would entertain ourselves in doing. There is a right-hander that is now coming in the ball game for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. We'll get you that here in just a second, as they do have a pitching change. It looks like it's Morihara. That's exactly who it is. It's Kohei Morihara. He is going to be pitching in his 35th game of the season. He's worked 32 and a third innings. He's allowed 29 hits. He has walked 8 and struck out 30. He's got an ERA of 2.78. So he is taking over here the 30-year-old, soon to be 31-year-old. The end of the season he will be. That is Kohei Morihara now taking over to work in relief. So he is a right-hander. So Morihara ready to take over. And he is going to be facing, it's supposed to be Takashi Ogino, but Ogino's day is done. And here comes the first pitch. This is Sagano at the plate. And he takes a fastball for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So Sagano is in. As we said, he was the one in the last inning who made the catch out in left field. There's a fastball swung on, it is fouled straight back, and the count is 0-2. So the changes are going to be coming fast and furious, as it looks like Fujiwara is going to be in the ball game now for Takabe. And Miki is in for Nakamura. So everybody is going to be changing here in the 8th inning. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and that keeps the count at 0-2 on Sagano. Sagano does have a .263 batting average on the season. Our friend in the living room says, I'm fighting to stay awake, but I plan to hang on until we finish. You and me both here, as we've got a 11-1 Eagle lead. And there's a fastball that is swung on and is grounded right back to the pitcher. That's fielded neatly by Morihara. He throws to first, and that's going to retire Sagano on a ground out 1-3 for out number 1. If we can keep this pace up, we'll be done here in about 15 minutes. This is going to bring Fujiwara to the plate. Fujiwara, the left-handed stick. He is 13 for 73 on the season. He's batting 178. Right-hander against the left-hander. And here's the pitch from Morihara. It's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count is 1-0. It's been an offensive explosion tonight by the Golden Eagles. 16 hits on the night. They have buried the Marines. Pitching is for sure. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is now even at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Fujiwara. The right-hander holds at the chest, and now he kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses upstairs, and the count is 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Our friend Josh S. says about being on Twitch. We were talking about that earlier before. There's a fastball that misses outside. The count is 3-1. There are a whole bunch of other platforms. We do our streaming through StreamYard. So it allows us to be able to run our stuff. And as we said, there's multiple options that are available. There's a fastball that is taken for a called strike, and the count now runs to 3-2 on Fujiwara. So you try to be able to exercise those options and opportunities. And here comes the offering from Morihara. It's a fastball swung on it. Is grounded to short. Kobakata fields it. He throws to first. It's going to go down as a ground out 6-3 for out number 2. That is going to bring up the second baseman, Miki. just don't know what value Twitter would hold for us to be able to stream. I would have preferred that we could maybe do it on Instagram. Instagram would be something else to get the platform rolling at. You've got multiple streams going on. So 11-1 the score here. There's 2 out in the bottom of the 8th. And here's the pitch from Morihara. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1 to Mickey. Mickey came in and replaced Shogo Nakamura back defensively in the 7th inning. There's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into center field. Moving back on it is the center fielder, Muto, and he's going to make the catch, and that is going to retire Mickey. A fly ball to center field for out number 3, and so the Chiba Lotte Marines go quietly in their half of the 8th. There was no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We are now moving to the top of the 9th inning. It is an 11-1 ball game for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles over Chiba. Stick around, everybody. We'll be right back after this. We appreciate you all for being here. Here is our friend Steve again.
This is Steve Rademacher, and I'd like to introduce you to my channel if you haven't seen it before. These are all the things I enjoy: sports, autographs, relics, non-sports Hall of Famers, pseudo-sports, Star Wars. That's my channel name and my name, and I would really appreciate it if you would come check me out and maybe even subscribe if you like it. Thank you for that for now, and back to your ball game.
Would you like to support Last Drafts Baseball? We would appreciate it if you did. Be sure to check out our eBay page where we have baseball merchandise. We also have stuff from the Japanese League for those who listen from Japan, but we also do other sports like football and basketball as well. Don't forget, visit Last Drafts Baseball's eBay store to help support the channel. We'll be glad you did. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the top of the 9th inning. It is going to be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters coming to the bat for the Golden Eagles. We're just getting an update to see what we have here. It is a pinch hitter for Asamura. It is Muribayashi who came in to run for him back in the 7th inning, and then Shimauchi and Uchida, the scheduled hitters in the order. The first pitch is a breaking ball to Muribayashi for a called strike, and the count is 1-1. Muribayashi on the season is hitting 182. He takes a breaking ball down, and the count is now 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Muribayashi. The right-hander Kenta Odana is still into the ball game. Onuma, rather, is still in the ball game. There's a breaking ball that is delivered, and we're just getting the replays on this one, as we've got the count at 1-2, and that's exactly what it is. And there is a breaking ball that is waved at and tap foul behind home plate, and the count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Our friend in the living room says, join the Last Drafts OnlyFans. I don't think we're going to pump that one out anytime soon. We can cast it out maybe once in a while, but I don't see that happening for quite a while. There's a fastball delivered that is grounded over to third. A throw to first, and it is not going to be in time as Muribayashi is able to beat it out. Yasuda was playing really, really deep. It was like a swinging bunt. And Murray-Bayashi's got himself a single, and that is going to be the 17th hit of the ball game for the Golden Eagles. And that is scheduled to bring up Hiroki Shimauchi. Got to tip your hat to Murray-Bayashi. He really got down the line quickly on that one. The biggest goal really for the channel, when we started the channel, I had the channel started in 2010. We never did anything with it particularly other than do videos of the swings of the kids that we have. And we have the swings of kids, and what we have with the children is we used to put it up in private. Alex P is in the house. He says, yeah, let's go. 2 points. Come on. I don't know what the points you're looking for here because a lot of the game has been blown out for a while. As the Eagles are up 11-1. There's a breaking ball that is swung on and missed. And that count here to Shimochi. He was way out in front of that one. He literally screwed himself into the ground. The count is now 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. We're talking about the channel a little bit here. So we used to do videos of the swings and the throwing of players. We always put it up on private. So we had a lot of videos out there. There's the breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 2-1. Alex says he wants the over at 13.5. Well, you might get it. The way the runs have been coming here, they've been coming fast and furious. Although I don't know if I'll be holding my breath on that one here. Here's the pitch to Shimochi. It's a fastball swung on and grounded foul. Count is going to run to 2-2. We're talking a lot about the over and unders earlier in the evening, but not so much right now. This game here is gotten away from the Marines. They were not going to be able to sweep this little mini series. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Hiroki Shimochi. He waggles the bat and waits on the offering from Onuma. And here comes the 2-2. He kicks and fires. It is a fastball swung on. This ball is belted into right field. It's down for a base hit. The runner, Murray Biashi, is digging for third. He is going to slide in safely. And into second with a double is Shimochi. And so maybe our friend Alex P is onto something. Maybe he's sniffing out a couple of more runs here, as there are runners on second and third with nobody out. And that is going to bring up it's not going to bring up Genji. It's going to bring up Uchida to the plate, who has come in for Genji. So Uchida is going to be the pinch hitter. He has no batting average on the season. And Shimochi is going to leave the ball game for a pinch runner. So runners are at second and third. Uchida looking for his first hit of the season. He steps in waiting on the offer from the right-hander from Chiba Onuma, and that is a fastball swung on and fouled away. And the count is quickly 0-1 to Uchida. I was starting to say we were talking a little bit about the channel. So Alex P really excited as he's got a chance to get a couple of runs on the board here. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball that misses down, and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike from Onuma to Uchida. Uchida, this is his first at bat of the evening, as he has replaced Genji. So here comes the 1-1 offering. Onuma delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses outside. The count is now 2-1. Alex P is going to be living large here if they can punch a couple of runs in. Got something to cheer about. So 2 balls and 1 strike. And here comes the 2-1. It is a fastball that misses down and away, and the count is now 3-1 to Uchida. Well, they do have an open base as there are runners on the corners. I thought Shimochi was able to get into second, but he actually was held up with that single. It was Murray Biashi who raced all the way around to third. So here comes the 3-1 pitch. It's a fastball that misses down, and that is ball 4. That's going to load the bases. Our friend Living Room says, I'm planning on making a PayPal donation soon. Not worried about that. It's not necessary, but we have and can always buy something out of the eBay store, and we'd be more than happy to bring it to you, even save you the shipping at the end of August, hand delivered. There's a fastball that was swung on earlier by Suzuki, who he drove an RBI in his last at bat. He's got a couple RBIs tonight. He's officially 1 for 3. He's walked, and he's also had a sacrifice fly. So here comes the first offering to Suzuki. That is a fastball swung on. This ball is hit to the first baseman. He throws over to second for one, back to first. It's a double play, but it is going to get a run in. It's going to change the score to 12-1. But it's not going to be an RBI for Suzuki as he grounds into the 3-6-3 double play. So our friend Alex P is going to be sweating it up a little bit here. They got a runner at third with now 2 away. And that is going to scheduled to bring up Takiro Okajima. Appreciate you there, Alex, and we're glad you can make it. Hopefully you can make it again next week. We are always doing the Japanese games on the weekends. And if they have early starts in the week, we'll get those ones in too. There's a fastball that swung on and missed. We're going to have a couple of those coming up in the month of July. I was looking at the schedule today. Middle of the month, we'll have, I think there's a Monday game, rare Monday game in Japan. So no balls and 1 strike to Okajima. Living Room says, can I get a signed Fred rookie card? Nah, you get a chance to be able to play blitzball with me. That would be the highlight right there. So here comes the 0-1 offering with Okajima. And that pitch is down and away, and it's going to be 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike, and here comes Onuma back to work again. He delivers it as a fastball swung on. This ball is belted to deep left field. This ball and racing back is the left fielder, and it's down. It's off the wall. There's your run, Alex P. It is going to cross the base runner, or the pinch runner is going to score. That is going to increase the score to 13-1, and there you have it. As Okajima is standing on second base with a double and an RBI. 13-1 for the Golden Eagles. And our friend Alex P must be jumping up and down. I hope you put more than 50 cents down on the bet. Because if you did, you got that one and you are in great shape. 13-1 now for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. That is scheduled to bring up the catcher Oda, but it looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter here. It is going to be number 44 coming into the ball game. This is Takashi Tanaka, or Tayaki Tanaka. So Alex is high stepping all the way to the bank, and the first pitch to Tanaka is a fastball swung on. It is drilled into right field. It's going to get down for a base hit. And that is going to be another Golden Eagles run. And the hit parade continues. And we can't even keep up with it. It's a single and an RBI. As Okajima crosses the plate, and that is scheduled to bring up the center fielder Muto. So congratulations to our friend Alex there, who is rocking and rolling in some dough, that's for sure. The score is now 14-1. And I'm going to go out on a limb right here and say I don't think the Marines are coming back. I just have that feeling. There is still 2 out here on the top of the 9th. And Muto steps to the plate. He is 2 for 5 tonight. He's got himself a couple RBIs. And the first pitch is a fastball that misses up and away, and the count is 1-0. This is like a live batting practice in front of your home stadium. 21 hits now on the board for the Golden Eagles. They're absolutely abusing the Marines pitching. There's a fastball that misses down, and the count is 2-0. Our friend in the living room asked the question earlier about Roberto Osuna, the former Blue Jay and Astros closer, how he looked last night. He looked menacing. As far as I'm concerned, the Marines need to be fielding calls from Major League Baseball to make a trade or to send him back over there, because he was absolutely dominant. It was men against boys last night. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and it's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is now 2-1 to Muto. So Roberto Osuna is going to stomp out some fires for sure. We got Eris385 in the house, and he says, Just not the Mariners or the Marines night tonight, that is for sure. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is belted into deep left field, and backing up on it is the left fielder, Sagano. He's going to make the catch. And that is going to retire the side here in the ninth inning. But there is more damage done here in the ninth. 3 runs for the Golden Eagles on 4 hits. There were no errors, and there was 1 runner left aboard. Your score is now 14-1 for the Golden Eagles. Come on back, everybody. We're going to do the bottom of the ninth inning. This game is either going to go away quietly or you're going to be here for the best comeback ever in the history of the NPB. It is 14-1. And the Golden Eagles are making a pitching change. Hang tight, everybody. We're glad you guys could stick around here with us. We appreciate you all being here. Here's Dave.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for checking out the game and Last Raps Baseball. This is Dave, Zero Thought Sports Card. If you like pack openings, baseball, all that good stuff, check us out. Drop a comment on our channel this month to win a mystery pack of cards. All you gotta do is say Last Rap sent you to be entered. And we'll drop a video later on this month announcing the winner. Enjoy the game.
Here we go, everybody, just to keep you all awake. Here are those cheerleaders again. We'll be back in 30 seconds. There is a pitching change, and we'll get you all the specs in just a moment. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be right with you. Welcome back, everybody. It is a heck of a ball game here. We do appreciate y'all being here. Our friend The Living Room says his favorite is Tomoka. Sounds like a really smooth coffee flavor. Whatever it is, I'm sure that would probably go down well, too. We do have a pitching change. It is going to be Fukuyama that is coming into the ball game. It is Hiroyuki Fukuyama. He's got a 13-run lead. And he is now into the ball game. He is going to be making his 25th appearance. He's 0-2 on the season. He's worked 22 2/3 innings. He's allowed 23 hits, 12 walks, and 13 strikeouts. And he's got an ERA of 2.38. So he is taking over here for the Golden Eagles. He'll be the 3rd pitcher used tonight by the Golden Eagles. He is looking to finish this one off and bring it home. So we'll make that adjustment. Hiroyuki Fukuyama. Just a programming reminder, we're going to be on the air again tomorrow. We're going to do a major league game. More than likely, it's going to be the Tigers and the Royals early tomorrow. We'll double back. But we are going to try to do at least 1, if not 2 tomorrow. So hopefully you can join us when we make those calls. There's a first pitch fastball that misses outside. And the count is 1-0. It's supposed to be Hisanori Yasuda coming to bat. But they do have a pinch hitter for the Marines, as they have emptied the bench. This is Wada at the plate. This is Koshiro Wada. Normally he is a pinch runner. This is his 25th at bat of the season. He's batting .200 on the year. He's got no homers and 1 RBI. He's got 8 stolen bases. As we said, normally he is there for his legs to run. There's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is now 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Wada. We said they are emptying the benches. Both teams were getting guys that we haven't seen in a long time in the ball game. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball swung on and missed. Now the count goes to 2-2. Our friend The Living Room said the Blue Jays lost both ends of the doubleheader today. Yeah, they did. Isak Paredes hit his 12th or 13th homer of the year. We were talking about that earlier in the week, about how he is just dominating right now. Here's the 2-2 pitch. There's a fastball swung on and missed, and Wada is gone on strikes for out number 1 here in the 9th inning, and that will bring up the first baseman, Koki Yamaguchi. Or at least it's scheduled to bring up Yamaguchi. We'll see if they are going to be making another change or if Yamaguchi is getting his at bat. It is Yamaguchi. He is 0 for 3 tonight. He has struck out, he's flown to center, and he's grounded into a double play. So Yamaguchi extends his arms away from his body, and here comes the first offering. It's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Fukuyama has come out and been throwing strikes. Looking to seal the deal on this one. After this game is done, we'll do a quick little recap around the NPB. And then we ourselves are going to call it a night. Here comes the pitch. It is a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is now 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Yamaguchi. And here comes the 1-1 offering as Fukuyama holds at the belt, and now he kicks and fires. Here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is now 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yamaguchi waggles the bat. He has that extended far away from his body, and here comes the 1-2 pitch from Fukuyama. He kicks and he delivers. It is a breaking ball that misses down and away. Why they don't go over the first base umpire for some help, I don't know. The first base umpire might be giving him more than just the help. He might want to get out of here too. It's 2-2. Now to Yamaguchi. So here comes the right-hander Fukuyama. He delivers. It's a fastball swung on. It is grounded through the 6th hole into left field, and Yamaguchi's got himself a single. It's scheduled to bring up Brandon Laird. I'm not sure if Laird is going to get a chance to swing the bat or not, or if they are going to be going to the bullpen to somebody else. Let's see what the decision is here. It is going to be a pinch hitter for Laird. It is going to be number 57 coming into the game. We'll get you that here in just a moment. That is going to be Ryusi Ogawa. The English translations sometimes are kind of funny. So this would be, in English, it would be stream. So Ryusi Ogawa up to hit for Laird. So Ogawa takes the first pitch outside for a ball. The count is 1-0. There's the pitch from the right-hander Fukuyama, and that is a fastball that misses outside, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. This game has bled on for quite a while. We are in the bottom of the 9th inning, and there is a fastball swung on. It is chopped over to second. It is fielded neatly by the second baseman, Muribayashi. He throws to first. It's going to retire Ogawa on a ground out 4-3. It's going to advance the runner Yamaguchi over to second. But that is going to leave the Marines down to their final out, and it is going to be Hiromi Oka stepping to the plate. Oka has been on base every time he has come to the plate tonight. He has homered. He has the only run of the ball game. He has doubled and walked. He's raised his season average to 207. So Oka waiting on the offering from the right-hander Fukuyama, and there's a fastball swung on. Its tap foul over on the third base side. The count is quickly 0-1. 21 hits tonight for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. 7 tonight for the Chiba Lotte Marines. They have had their share of hits, but not like the Golden Eagles tonight. Arias 385 says, hopefully the Royals and the Tigers game will be as entertaining as today. Back-to-back home runs to end the game. The Royals had the lead by a run. And then it was a home run by, I think it was Victor Reyes, and then followed up by Riley Green, his first major league home run. There's a breaking ball that is swung on and missed, and the count is 0-2. I'm going to try to call that one tomorrow morning. Skubal and Singer, looking forward to watching both of those two guys go at it. But I got to get up early to which to do it. So right after this one, it is straight to bed, and hopefully the Tigers and the Royals tomorrow. There's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count goes to 1-2. Be a early morning decision, I guess. We'll have to see what we're able to garner up if we can get the strength to do it. If not, it'll be a late game in the afternoon. So here comes the 1-2 offering. There's a fastball that misses inside, almost hits Oka. That would be a terrible way to end the game. Not only do you get beat up by a score of 14-1, but you get dotted. You almost wore that one, and that is 2-2 to Oka. So here comes the 2-2 pitch. Yama delivers it as a fastball swung on. It is grounded to the first baseman, Uchida. What a great play. He fields it, and he gets up and steps on the base. And that is going to do it, and that is your final score. The final score here is 14-1 for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. Stick around, everybody. We'll be right back to wrap this one, talk about the scores from around the league, and then we will call it a night. We once again appreciate everybody for being here. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in 30 seconds or less. All right, everybody, just a quick wrap on the other games around the league, and then we're calling it a night, because if we're going to have to do the Royals and the Tigers tomorrow, we got to get a little bit of sleep, as that's only about 8 hours or so away. Less than. Anyway, it is a 7-5 final. The Murray Giants knocked off the Hiroshima Carp in the Central League. 7-12-2 for the Giants. 5-8-1 for the Carp. Carp were looking to sweep the Giants away, and it didn't happen. It was Takanashi getting the win for the Giants. He goes to 2-0. Moriura takes the loss for the Carp. He's 0-1. Oda gets his 23rd save for the Giants. Home runs in the ball game, all for Yamuri. Maru hit his 17th. Sakamoto hit 2 to give him 5 on the year. And Oshiro hit his 4th. 4 homers knocked out tonight by the Giants. The Hanshin Tigers knocked off the Chinichi Dragons 3-0. 3-5-0 for the Tigers. 0-8-0 for the Dragons. Sankey gets the win for the Hanshin Tigers. He's 1-0. Yanagi takes the loss for the Dragons. He's 5-6. Iwazaki gets his 16th save of the season. Home runs, 2 of them in the ball game for the Tigers. It was Nakano with his 4th, and Oyama hit his 19th. The other game in the Central League is Yokohama and Tokyo, the Occult Swallows. That game will start in about 28 minutes, but we're not going to be around to see that one. Over in the Pacific League, an earlier final, the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks shut out the Saitama Cebu Lions 3-0. 3-6-0 for the Hawks, 0-1-0 for the Lions. Ishikawa got the win. He's 3-3. Yoza takes the loss. He's 5-3. Shudo hit his 8th homer of the year, and that final score is 3-0. The Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles, this game that we saw here, but we're going to catch you up on the Oryx Buffaloes. The Buffaloes are up 7-3 in the bottom of the 9th inning, 7-10-0 for Oryx, 3-7-0 for the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters. That is where that game stands. This game here, there was runs scored early and often, and the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles were able to put away the Chiba Lotte Marines 14-1. It was 14-21-0 for the Golden Eagles, 1-7-0 for the Marines. It was the win is going to go to Hayakawa. He evens his record at 5-5 on the year. Mima takes the loss, drops to 4-5. Your final score, 14-1. Once again, everybody, we appreciate y'all for being here to check us out tonight. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and everything else to the videos. You know the deal. We appreciate y'all for being here, and hopefully, again, we'll see you tomorrow. Just a reminder, we'll be back on the air again next weekend the Japanese games. We'll be putting our schedules up later today. Appreciate it again. The living room, Eris, we got Alex P. We had all the other ones that were in here, including Winner Maid, Francisco Ortiz Bravo, and everybody else who listened to our call tonight. We appreciate you all for being here. Have a great night, everybody. We will see you again on the flip side. Have a great night.